morning show. Remember, today on Friday we can review the biggest international stories of the week inside Salon, and of course we get a lot to happen in the international news. Them they will go viral. We will definitely can look at them as well, and also we get the review of the biggest national stories of the week. We're going to be handled today by Marion Precious George. We get business news. We also get entertainment and sports, all the fun part of the program this morning. Remember, say you listen to me on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. We say they live on Choice FM. For the one that we listen to me from the eastern parts of the country's capital, Freetown. We live on Radio Garden. We live on 107.5 on Radio Zimi. For the one that we in the southern region, Pujaun district, we live on 107.5 over there. We live on Facebook and YouTube, live on the website on www.myepiconline.com. I host this morning Reginald Brian Ojukutu Soya, and they bring come to you the review of the biggest international stories of the week. Before we continue with the program, let me go for a morning message of motivation when I rise. Stay tuned. Hello again, good morning and welcome again to the Epic Morning Show. Today I want to talk about choices. Every day in our life we dey make choices. So choices simply means decision what they make. That's not choice. Every day you get the choice or grab from the bed where you lay down or continue for lay down. Every day you get the choice for grab go fenam or you sit down musai day. Life is all about choices. You get choices for land book or no land book. You get choices for go land trade or no land trade. You get choices for do whatever thing where you want for do. There are certain stage in life when our parents they make choices for we. There are certain stage in life you make the choices for yourself. Now, the simple thing I want to talk about, whose kind choice should you make today? Whose kind choice should you make? Because remember, say the choice where you make today, now they determine the person you become tomorrow. If you make good choices today, if you don't get the opportunity for land book, but you go land trade, you learn skill, you learn carpentry, mercenary work, or whatever skill where you go learn, fitter work, etc. Tomorrow that skill they go become useful to you. Or if you don't learn skill, you learn book, tomorrow you can able to use that education, they forget something. But don't sit and without doing anything. Make a very good choices today. Don't just sit and say, Lord, thing just left. So life is all about choices. The choice you make today, they determine the person who you become tomorrow. This is our message of motivation this morning. Stay tuned to the Epic Morning Show.
All say you make make sabi, sabi sabi. Now you make sabi, sabi sabi. Abba now you want sabi, sabi sabi. Boku sense go kill you. All say you make sabi, sabi sabi. Now you dey make sabi, sabi sabi. Abba now you want sabi, sabi sabi. Boku sense go kill you.
Sometimes then when things they go wrong in your community and people they keep quiet. But for keep quiet, not to fix the problem. Now that's make Epic Radio they bring to you Blowing the Whistle. Blowing the Whistle like a radio show who say ordinary people them go talk about what's in really they happen. Now the community them. When are from bad road, no water, poor service, unfair treatments, and corruption. So now this show, where they call out things them respectfully and honestly. And when something good they happen, where people they make progress and real change in their life, we also they talk button. This now you chance, follow you speak up, and follow the hear your voice, and follow you ask questions when they go answer. Whether you they live in a town or in a village, whether you young or you a woman, or whether you a community leader or a concerned citizen, this show now for you. We not just they talk and forget, we they follow up with the issue, so something happen. Blowing the whistle, your voice, your community, your power, only on Epic Radio 99.3 FM.
OneXBet. Your game has no limits. In 1x Game section, you'll find hits, crash, burning hot, crystal, western slot. Each game is a separate world with real winnings. Play on website or in the app. Visit the onexbet.sl and use a SL126 promo code to get a 200% bonus up to 2,800 Sierra Leonean Leones. 1x Games, a world of games, wherever you are.
Hello and welcome back to the Epic Morning Show. Before we break your news this morning, remember with BNB Cash App, you can send and receive money anytime and anytime. Download the BNB Cash App today on Google Play Store for Android users or App Stores for iPhone users. For more inquiries or other relevant information about BNB Cash App, call them customer care line on 072 500 000. The number again you go call them now 072 500 000. So remember with BNB Cash App, your transaction can be made very, very easy. All right. Up next, now we go for we international breaking news headlines. So inside we international breaking news headlines, US set for impose 25% tariff on some Brazilian import, according to the US President Donald Trump. Now, with the world in chaos, many travelers and they seek healing experience during the summer holiday. Every day, hundreds and they take part in Mulukat, an accident beneath ceremony, but it is cultural and spiritual significant at risks from over-tourism. Al Jazeera allude, tell me more on this. Now, ex-CEO of Italian Motorway sentenced to 12 years for Genoa bridge collapse. At least 2 people are dead and over 200 were rescued in a catastrophic flood in the Texas Hill Country region of the state. Governor Greg Abbott said one man was swept away in Alvey and said one woman was swept away while driving. This is one of the massive flooding that we've seen so far in Texas Hill. Russian forces strike port infrastructure in Ukraine, Odessa, and Chernomorsk. Israeli attack kills at least 5 Palestinians in Gaza despite ceasefire. All in the breaking news as well. Ukrainian drone strike 12 Russian vessels in Black Sea. China President Xi Jinping said AI should not be a solo performance by a single country. And finally, in the breaking news, international breaking news this morning, the U.S. has made good on threats to bomb civilian infrastructure in Iran in its sixth straight night of attack. The U.S. struck breach and an airport as it expanded its target list to further into Iranian territory. And China rebuked UK over nationalization of British steel. Finally, Venezuela earthquake, number of known dead rises up to 5,000. That's all in the breaking news headlines this morning. And today, in the review of the biggest international stories of the week, they can look at the ECOWAS summit where they happen already they on, but the closing ceremony will be on Sunday. We look at how significant it is to Sierra Leone, and also we will look at more big stories as U.S. reimpose blockage on Iranian port in the Strait of Hormuz, and U.S. set for slash visa processing center in Africa from 50 to 20 countries. All of this and more are the topics that we will look at this morning. And of course, they expect Alassane UK Fofana, when a diplomacy and international relation analyst. And also they get Mulku S. Bangoa, when a business development consultant and also an international news expert. After the break, we'll get into gentlemen here inside the Epic Morning Show. Stay tuned.
To capture the attention of customers, we focus on cutting-edge marketing communications that communicate, engage, and interact directly with our client's target. Our vast experience in the fascinating world of marketing communications, event management, below-the-line activations, and more ensures that we deliver nothing but amazing results. We are the agency of everything creative. We are Priority Solutions Limited. Talk to us for all your marketing communications, multimedia productions, event management, experientials or activations, media management, public relations, and more. We are a trusted brand, and the results and quality of our services can be seen through the brands we have worked with. Visit our website at www.prioritysolutions.co or call us on +232 76 1032. Priority Solutions, we know what works for you. We have what works for you. We do what works for you. Priority Solutions, what works.
1xBet, your game has no limits. In 1x game section, you'll find hits, crash, burning hot, crystal, western slot. Each game is a separate world with real winnings. Play on website or in the app. Visit the 1xbet.sl and use a SL126 promo code to get a 200% bonus up to 2,800 Sierra Leonean Leones. 1x Games, a world of games, wherever you are.
To capture the attention of customers, we focus on cutting-edge marketing communications that communicate, engage, and interact directly with our client's target. Our vast experience in the fascinating world of marketing communications, event management, below-the-line activations, and more ensures that we deliver nothing but amazing results. We are the agency of everything creative. We are Priority Solutions Limited. Talk to us for all your marketing communications, multimedia productions, event management, experientials or activations, media management, public relations, and more. We are a trusted brand, and the results and quality of our services can be seen through the brands we have worked with. Visit our website at www.prioritysolutions.co or call us on +232 76 1032. Experientials or activations, media management, public relations, and more. We are a trusted brand, and the results and quality of our services can be seen through the brands we have worked with. Visit our website at www.prioritysolutions.co or call us on +232 76 1032. Priority Solutions, we know what works for you. We have what works for you. We do what works for you. Priority Solutions, what works.
first day, but I understand anyway. Me I no perfect, oh. Me I no perfect, oh. I get some flaws, me I no proud of, oh. You go understand anyway. I be give you me love, me heart, me body and soul. But you take they bounce me and let me bank up. Hey, Internationa, tell me why things they be like so. They make them they laugh me like good enough for. Yeah, so we are try and be wise that this kind of yeah your friends they want. Oh baby, try for the wise. I say no need for the force and fight. If you stay true, I go stay true.
All right, hello back and welcome to the Epic Morning Show. Remember, I will review the biggest international stories of the week. And joining me now in the studios now, Ivan Julius Lee. Good morning, Ivan. It's a pleasure to get you.
Good morning, Reginald, and good morning to our viewers and listeners. I'm happy to be here for the first time in the international review. I'm grateful.
Exactly. So we basically want to discuss about the ECOWAS ordinary, meeting where they happen. Of course, they already did on now, but let's talk about preparation. Yesterday, we see His Excellency, the chair of ECOWAS and also the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, go do inspection. Ivan, look at the pictures that we see. Does that make you feel good as a Sierra Leonean?
Well, I'm not going to say I don't see completely the whole Julius Madabio Conference Center, but waiting I don't see so far. It's quite impressive. I remember, I don't know if you talked to the minister earlier this week, we talk about say the things that we not going to be done before the 69th summit, but I mean they won't go far, but area way concerning the summit therefore be completed by this Sunday coming way, not the 19th of July actually. So for me, I see Sanosev make a video yesterday where you go down the place there and see. I mean, for me, what I saw is actually good. I don't know how other person going to interpret them, but for me, I think what you said was good.
You extremely please.
Yes, so far.
All right, thank you so much, Ivan Julius Lee. Of course, we go for break. After the break, we usher in Alassane UK Fofana Station. Welcome now in the studios, Alassane UK Fofana, a diplomacy and international relation expert. Good morning, Alassane UK. It's a pleasure to get you.
Good morning, Reggie. Good morning to listeners. Nice to be here this morning.
Buju already say international UK. They tell you. So UK, we take me first story this morning, which has to do with the ECOWAS summit, the ordinary meeting of the ECOWAS media ordinary meeting. Of course, a lot of preparation have been done in that direction for ensure Salon host the summit for the very first time in the history of Sierra Leone. So, of course, let's look at what this particularly mean for bringing West African head of states, ministers, ECOWAS Commission, and the regional institutions all in we country before we look at some of the things that we will expect and how this will benefit Salon.
Okay. Thank you, Reg. First of all, I want to say this is a good one for Sierra Leone, in the international scene, because for you to bring that caliber of people in the country, it tell you that you want to position yourself very well in the international system. International relations experts will always tell you that states then they act like human beings, right? So everybody want to fight for them to get that kind of space out there for them to say, oh, this country is trying to place itself position itself in a way where they get that kind of respect. So for let the government host then kind dignitaries in this country, it says a lot, you know, although there are arguments out there looking at which kind impact will this summit yet for bring to the country. So you see, so, but it's a good one, as you say, as you just rightly asked, a very good one for all bring them people out together here, because it expose the country, you know, it therefore for send a signal that this country is really serious when it comes integration, you know, and ECOWAS is the lead regional body in the sub-region, you know, for let's bring them leaders in the at least I think 13 or 12 of them.
Yeah,
right?
12 states to enjoy.
Yes,
the country.
Yes, so it's really important. It's really.
What does it mean for international diplomacy in all of this? Because it has to do, I mean, being in head of state, bringing in ministers. In fact, yesterday I witnessed the 69th ordinary session for Council of Ministers as well. And discussion we are ongoing. Today will be the closing, by the way. But what does this mean for international diplomacy?
It means we are actually doing well out there. It's helpful for position, just the way I say, position is very well out there. You know, because this has to do with diplomacy. Because when these guys are coming, we have to tell them, say, oh, Sierra Leone is a very fine country, you understand? We are a peaceful country, we are accommodating, the hospitality is good, you understand? Because as we say, no man is an island, so there is no state that is an island. You need another state system, you understand, for they develop. So bringing them people here, when they are coming, they have to bring some investors them with them, right? So when they come, I believe that this go open investment for the country, you understand? And also it make the other countries in the Syria as a kind serious country. That's why you see the government invested so much time, you understand, for make sure say this summit come out successful. So out there say, oh, this country really that kind of well-organized country. So
I understand. I want to really look at President Bill almost in tenure, almost they come to an end. Hopefully he might get re-election. We just say we don't know anything waiting to happen. Who's the issue on the other 12 leaders they can go take. But looking at what he has done, when he came in as the chairperson of ECOWAS, he made different pillars. He say one for address extreme terrorism, of course, bringing the Sahel states together, and also try for improved trade among ECOWAS member states. 1 year down the line, how do you really rate President Bio as the chair of ECOWAS?
If I can rate President Bio at the game,
did he get
40? No, he get pass, man. He got 40 over 60.
Why 40 over 60 UK?
Because as you say one for bring the Sahel states back, you understand?
And he has not succeeded in doing that.
Of course, he has not succeeded in doing that. 1, 2, he say one for cut down the issue of terrorism, not the Sahel.
Extreme terrorism,
not the Sahel. Yet still, you see how he rampant in the Sahel, you understand? And then again, the issue of democracy, you know, in self-look kind of salon. Right, we see the issue of democracy now in the country, ups and downs between the opposition and the ruling government. You understand? And then the president don't succeed for reverse the coup in Guinea-Bissau. Right?
Then he gets election in December.
Yeah, of course. So he succeeds for do that. And people tell you say he also succeeds for transition Guinea from military to democracy, because we see Mamadi Doumbouya we come here, then get an engagement.
Exactly.
And just after that, we Mamadi Doumbouya go, we see them amend the constitution, then get a referendum, then conduct elections. You understand? But President Bill, for him to do more than this, you know, I'll be expecting, if we don't able to address the issue of democracy, if we don't start them from Sierra Leone, from home, you know, set the bar high. At least when they go, then go say, no, this the chair is really that kind of person. We don't set the standard from home, right? We see how the democracy operates in Sierra Leone. You know, election, the election was fair. You understand? But we see out there, in fact, the kind of message we they go out there that the 2023 election was the most contentious elections in the
A
history
lot
of
of
Sierra
people
Leone.
and they-
Lots of people, in fact,
wait.
lots of international
Why get
institutions.
opinion about the elections?
Yes, you know, they get different opinion about the credibility of the elections. You understand? So if President maybe don't succeed for go in that direction, if we don't fit way how we able for address that issue. But you see, in Guinea, what happened? Now comedy show, the man overthrew.
Almost all the other candidates was,
You know, honestly,
they are disqualified.
Yeah, of course. Now comedy show, the man just come, he pull uniform, and he
So in other words, you're saying he just legalized the entire, the entire process.
Of course, my brother. So I be expect to say under the leadership of President Bill, we condemn that entire
In other
act.
words, you say ECO has not been supposed for.
Oh yeah, of course,
Congratulate and just in the process.
Yeah, of course. So which signal will they send to other countries? Then? So it tells you that the candidate you overthrew, tomorrow you pull uniform, you contest, you win, ECOWAS celebrate you. I was expecting ECOWAS to condemn the entirety of that election. Say no, we are not comfortable. We cannot accept this way how the manner in which the election was conducted and all. You understand? But then congratulate.
We look at schools, about 5 schools when President Bio came in. Some of them we need, some of them we happened during the term. In fact, the one at Guinea-Bissau happened during the term where in have been chair, even though we sent a delegation. Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, Guinea-Bissau, and then Guinea. All of them were in how we handle that. Did he really handle the situation in the very well, in your opinion?
Yes, in try. But
3 still left for resolve.
Yes, of course. 3 still there. In fact, we don't have to do nothing with ECOWAS, and we are seeing how they are moving. They are moving stronger.
The Sahel states.
The Sahel states are moving stronger. You understand? In fact, they even put institutions, they even put things in place where everybody, where they look at how they build up. You know, whoever feels it will come so soon.
Is there any chance for them come back?
No, I don't see chance for now. For let them come, possible. In fact, those guys are trying to. In fact, now the 3 of them meet in the first general summit. They meet the 3 leaders. They agree that one can get a regional television where they portray everything they do within the Sahel state. You understand?
Wow.
We can get same currency we they use. Where possible for do.
I remember at some point being talk about the single currency that they are working on and all of those.
Of course, they never do that. So the Sahel, they can succeed for do that. They can get one passport. You know, they have many good things we can discuss in that summit, right? We tell you say these guys are ready. These guys are ready for letting take the Sahel to another level. In fact, we don't have to do nothing with ECOWAS. Now we are seeing those countries. They are even asking their colonial masters out of their countries. Colonial masters, what will they do for them? They ask, no, we don't have foreseen, we don't forget any business with Burkina Faso. You guys just leave the country and we are going to manage our country. So we don't talk about ECOWAS. Beaucoup people, if you ask them, that ECOWAS is a lame dog. You know, not to be proactive.
It's a toothless dog.
Toothless dog, not to proactive, not that kind of proactive. Institution where they establish.
So ECOWAS is not significant today as before. As
not much. You know, the significance of ECOWAS don't they erode. You know, they can help people get ECOWAS to high esteem. You know, they fade out because of the activities. You understand? ECOWAS will only come in where what's on past Gary. ECOWAS, they always say ECOWAS, they put press release. In fact, the press release leaders will come. They say, "We don't foresee this. This press is for you, not for us." They differ ECOWAS and others because they how they position themselves. You know, because if you're actually for positioning yourself well, you get for ensure say when you're doing something, do it with more rectitude. You understand? Let people know say, "Oh, these guys are doing these things in a way where give a benefit the people." But you see them endorsing coup. I say endorsing because the way how they support leaders. Madimba is an example. In fact, no, they never allow the man for even contest in the first place. Like wait, is that no, my man, the way how you come, we're not go accept that because if you accept that, there will be floodgates for later.
Than a bad precedent.
A bad precedent in the side of ECOWAS. Bad precedent in the side of ECOWAS. You know. So to be honest, people don't see ECOWAS say it's too significant any longer. You understand? Because they don't put in things in place where for do them. One, for introducing the singular currency, they for do that. You understand? Try for cut down or quell down terrorism, extreme terrorism in the Sahel. You see how things they go worse every day. You know, the issue of coups. You know,
let's look at Mauritania, one other country they come out from ECOWAS and SMB, they say go to
of course,
no, let's look at that one as well. Is there any possibility for Mauritania?
I believe in the Minister of Foreign Affairs and also the Minister of Information saying President Bill they can do all kind of way for bring them. In fact, they say they go join the summit.
As observers.
Yes, observers. Yes, as observers. So. Maybe they come when they come, they see how President Bill receive the other leaders them, you understand? So they will say, oh, let's listen to President Bill. Let's have a thing to come back. Right? So I believe say we see they don't ignore, always no declines, you know, we are no, in fact, no one forget anything for do it. Even for come and observe.
It's a country, by the way, that they push for left Wafu because now we're all under the same vision. And they want for good join. I don't know if it's either West Africa, East Africa also they want to move out
from Wafu.
Yes, they want to move out of as well. So if they have all of these thoughts in mind, you know, things in ECOWAS as well, they try for left small.
Yes, they left and small, but somebody will tell me say President Ben is a good negotiator. You know, and also again man them way.
You believe in that as well, UK?
Yes.
Or you get different views?
No, I believe in that. I believe in that. Right? I believe in that. Out there, you don't see the kind way how you don't use the influence for there he win the C10 seat, you understand? Among the peers them out there, President Bio is President Bio out there, I will tell you out there, President Bio is highly respected. I'm telling you. You will see that. You will see the camera you don't position the country, you understand? The only thing we need to reflect that again here.
Nasalon.
So that people will say, oh, President Bio no only they do good things out there, then good things out there, they also reflect here. I'm not saying President Bill no do better things as well. He has done more. Yeah. And as for I know people they misquote me. President Bill nobody know come see them here. No, not possible. When President Bill come, we see the kind of development project we don't embark on. But us as citizens we expect for them to do more. You understand? Especially with the younger ones that are coming, we need more opportunities. You understand? Like some of you never go out of this country all your life. From where you're born now, we don't spend our life, and we like salon. So anybody will come, one for raise the bar high. Okay. You understand? Like how you raise the bar high out there for salon.
Right. Yeah. Let's come to the way how President Bureau handled the situation of Yenga between Sierra Leone, Guinea. I mean, there has been this back and forth between. The last time as well, it went as far as from Yenga to Falaba, Kaliere as well. We see that conflict they come in. There was a tripartite agreement that was signed between the three presidents, Joseph Numa Boakai, Mamadou Gobe, Mamadou Doumbouya, and also President Bio as well. Has he really handled the Yenga situation well, or has he failed in that direction?
Let's look at this in twofold. If you look at diplomat, they tell you President Bio don't handle them very well. You understand? Diplomat out there, they will tell you, because the kind of step way you don't take diplomatically for labor for handle this issue. Mark you, President Bio's background is a military guy. You understand? But you before see how Guinean soldiers them they forcefully, you know, attack we citizens in Yenga. You understand? You know, use the same force. You understand? For go at Guinea, you understand? You're so magnanimous. Say no. Now I'm the chair of security of your state and ECOWAS. Like just be diplomatic. Some people in the game credit for that. But you ask Sierra Leone down here, they will tell you say President Bio no able to handle the issue of ECOWAS well because
the issue of Yenga.
The issue of Yenga well because they feel say him being a military leader. Right? Meaning, if you don't get that leadership from military, come as president, you know, if we don't act in a way wherein Guinea self fulfill the presence of Sierra Leoneans, soldiers, Yenga. Right? So no, we are not going to allow you are bullying us, we are not going to allow this. You understand? Do yourself get with the presence of military guys in Yenga. That was what many Sierra Leoneans were expecting from President Bio. Right? But again, who step we Sierra Leone take internationally winner. Not only say they can't complain to ECOWAS, the ECOWAS can mediate. We don't do that. You understand? We don't do that, but yet still Guinea they listening. So why can't we just test
the ECOWAS mission?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Then block them. So why can't we just use ICJ, right? Say, okay, yes, these guys, they want for camp takeover, we land. So we can seek for leaders. You understand? But the way how they do them, so trust me, if we continue, we like lose our land. The other day, I don't know if now you Osman be interview the chief from England.
It's in fact, it's Osman.
Yes, he said in fact they not give the advice in people for go back Nayenga. He said because the entire place now Guinea soldiers don't take over the entire place. And we say they go to Nayenga because the south side they survive. Guineans don't take over the agriculture, they occupy it. So for let's go back, it's not safe. If I like the submission of the honorable member of parliament, instead of say go advise now for let people them go there. So it tells you that we need for do more for address, but we need for do more. You need for step in foot them down, and see say this kind of diplomatic way they take things. They work. So sometimes Machiavelli say, as a leader must have two faces. You must have the face of a beast and the face of a human. When you apply the face of a human, if no work, you apply the face of a beast. So I think say Guinea, this kind of engage, one look like diplomacy, right? Because with tripartite agreement, say okay, let's settle this thing. You understand? But just after that, we see again the other thing will happen. Nayenga. So it tells you that we have get for step up. Otherwise, we lost Inga.
Alassane, before we come to another topic, what are the key takeaways we they expect from this ECOWAS ordinary meeting? Where they happen? The closing ceremony will be on Sunday. Head of states will be yesterday. In fact, President Biogo do assessment of the facility and all. See, I mean, he did with him. It's Manchester United campus. I mean, looking at the pictures and all, it looks very, very well as well. What are some of the key takeaways we expect from the summit? And is there any possibility for a second term for President Bio based on what he has done?
Yes, first of all, I want to say, honestly, from a patriotic lens, the hosting of the ECOWAS summit is good because, as we just discussed earlier, that the position of the country out there in a very fine picture. For the President Bio go yesterday, for go watch the facility, myself now from my Facebook. In
fact,
this is marvelous. They promote conference tourism. That's a very fine one for Sierra Leone. So the minister did that a few days ago, and they say, they self as a minister they push for the UNESCO able for accept so that they go able host one. I don't know
conference. Exactly.
It's a very fine one, right? That's a very fine one. So for the question say if President Bio go for second time, yes. President Bio, in terms of politics, you cannot underestimate him.
He knows
how to playing card. He's highly intelligent in terms of politics. You cannot rule him out. As I tell you, he gets high respect among his peers. Them. In fact, Tinubu was we see one video.
Bola
Tinubu. He's happy for handover the leadership to President Bio. He's happy. You understand? So it tells you that he's influential out there. You understand? Now, within this summit,
waiting at the takeaways
we expect. One, the first thing was not the issue of Yenga needs to be addressed
and finalized.
I'm saying. Okay. Now, this is what we need to do. Because Guinea again, not just go for accepting. No, this place belongs to Sierra Leone. But there will be an agreement that if Sierra Leoneans are here, you two are here, we not live in common. You understand? We not coexist. You understand? We not come and force them. So we not leave this place. Blah blah. You understand what you see? That needs to be addressed. Now, one thing we are they expect for the happen na the summit. Secondly, if we address the issue of security
within the ECOWAS
region, you understand? That is a serious threat. Security, a very serious threat. So I expect therefore address them. Thirdly, therefore for discuss the issue of bringing the Sahel states, although intelligence is very difficult, as I said that. But honestly, the president and the company, heads of state, need for do all what it takes for them be able to bring those 3 guys. You understand? Because we are just a small region of 15 states. If 3 they go, and 1 back say they go, 11 they left. What's going to happen? Then 11 they won't get for happen again. Don't you think say all that countries back if they say they are not happy, then say they left? So the value of ECOWAS
they reduce 51 years now.
Yes, 51 years now. So you understand? So I expect them for address that issue of the Sahel again. 2, the issue of that common currency. You understand?
One currency.
ECOWAS is using up to 6-7 currencies, if I'm not lying, I stand to be corrected. You understand? Just within the region. You understand? If you not see, you want to go to business in Nigeria, say change into dollar. You understand? But if we just get that one currency, they promote economic integration and trade, economic trade and all. You understand? So I expect this summit to address that. Another issue I expect the summit to address the issue of democracy. Democracy is eroding in the sub-region. Democracy is eroding in the sub-region. In fact, if you see now, one of the most strongest democratic states now the sub-region, in Senegal, you see the brouhaha, they go on there now. So what will happen in the next election? You understand? Just imagine Senegal of always.
Exactly. Things are going well. I mean, how things change between Sonko and Mafai.
Yes,
it's so strange.
But we see now the carry how things go. So it tells you that where are we heading to as a region? You understand? So if I address that, so I believe if they address that issue of democracy, this issue of coups will stop, because the leaders need to sit and tell themselves that 51 years ago they established ECOWAS, right? Most of these countries don't get democracy for more than 20-30 years.
Exactly.
You understand? We need for the democracy for be deepening rather than eroding. You understand? Let us as leaders be accountable. Let us as leaders rule based on the tenet and dictate of democracy. Let us rule based on rule of law. You understand? When you term limit down, go suffer. When there is election, allow for let the election be free, fair, and credible. Right? If that happen, trust me, the issue of coups, the issue of this, that you're not going for Siam. Okay. You understand? So that's a very key takeaway. What I expect for be addressed at this summit, and also the issue of trade. Needs to be addressed.
Member states.
Yes, between the member states, and also the issue of transportation.
Okay.
It's very difficult, my brother. I never travel out of this country. The only place I don't go na Guinea, for example. I don't go na Guinea. For coming out the village, we go na Guinea. Now short distance. You understand? Then I can be a common. If I for come out, for going inside Guinea, my brother, it's watertight. In fact,
you have to pay.
So just imagine. Let make them tell us them where they go na Guinea, they go by business, where they come. When they come, you know, if you don't go na Guinea, if they say this and so they sell them, you're sorry for them. Because you see, they count small bundle of goods. They pay huge sum of money. So we need to address that. Don't forget the kind of transport system where if you want to go to the want to go Nigeria, you know, for get that kind of cumbersome process for where you pass through. You understand? You want Europe, possibly make Europe develop. Europe begin they not Germany, you want to go France. Use train go. You understand? So we need to address that. Leaders need to address that. At least if you address that, my brother, if possibly they want to go buy business na Togo, you know, say I will just go there within the first possible time. You understand? So honestly, I expected leaders all of them. These are what I just highlight to need for be addressed at this summit. You understand? I believe if you address the issues there, trust me, ECOWAS will become a very fine place. And a very fine, I mean, the leaders, President Bio, they left a long-standing legacy, they go say under in leadership. Now he will address the issues because sometimes who knows when they go for second time. Addressing the issues that can get a resolution and implement them before in 1 year term they end, even for succeed on them. Now a plus for Sierra Leone. They will say, now Sierra Leone, then big whole summit, leaders, then come together, they will get a resolution there, and then the president again was the chair, and he able to implement all of this. So kudos to Sierra Leone, kudos to President Bio.
Okay.
So
yes.
And President Bio now talk and do leader. right? So we expect them to do that.
We'll make it up. Thank you very much. We'll go to another topic. As US reimposes blockage on the Iranian port na the Straits of Hormuz. Wow. I mean, this has been one of the most uncertain. There has just been a level of uncertainty.
Honestly.
Just one time you feel say progress don't be made, and then just something will happen, no more, boom, everything don't come.
Honestly.
In fact, that shock they will happen recently. Don't make we don't see. Yesterday, I watch BBC, then they project say the price for oil per barrel might likely go up back to $100.
Yes, of course.
Per barrel. Sometimes we don't left. We don't go to almost 73 and all. And all. Let's come to really how. And the Strait of Hormuz is one of the center in all of these particular conflicts really between Iran and the United States of America. Like I say, just one step, we feel like we don't make progress. We almost take like 3 steps backward. Why the Strait of Hormuz is strategically important to these two countries?
Yes. You know, the US attack, firstly, US be attack Iran, destroy. Then the nuclear site, them 3, 4, Natan, and then the other nuclear site. President Trump was saying we don't decimate the entire nuclear site of Iran, thinking that we attack them now, go able for defeat them. I'm not saying Iran able for stand America in military. No, it's not possible. Even the analysts will tell you that it's not possible. So what did Iran do? This second war. See to that. We get one side. We always say for other side. Honestly, this war with the dragon. So we say the state. Let's focus on the state. If we hold the state, we will control the state. Trust me, there are guys that will force President Trump for calling at the table. For discussion, for dialogue. Because rich guys, if they close the Strait of Hormuz, you understand? Rich guys' pocket they begin to dry. He's called President Trump. Hey, man, this thing that is going, no even good, calling guys there into table. Let's discuss. Mark you, one fifth of the oil in the world, they pass through from the Strait of Hormuz. Millions of barrels of oil they pass in the Strait of Hormuz. Very strategic place. So what Iran do? And say, we have now the oil, right? So before this time, then we get, an MOU that let us have a temporary ceasefire. We will do that within 3 weeks. Within 3 weeks, we say it will happen. Because the fight here is, Trump is saying, ship the for pay a toll fee to Iran. Say, no, you cannot do that. You must pay. You understand? And in fact, to the point that even Monday, President Trump, what President Trump do was, he said himself they levy 20% fee.
Wow.
Yes, the state. But he later came and get a thing. He said no, because if you do that, the oil price they hike na the international market. As you say, people don't project it very soon. They pass $100 per barrel. They be for pass very soon because of this tension would happen. So it tells you that the leader again at Washington, another kind of person, we unpredictable. President Trump will say this today. Tomorrow, I say that thing. He's somebody that is not to be trusted. And Iranian leadership self don't know that. See, President Trump, they call it this, they do this. Tomorrow, you know that thing. So then self,
according to President Trump, he said the Iranian and not be very stubborn and all. They say and then go pay severely for this.
Yeah, in fact, President Trump saying he wipe off Iran within seconds. You don't see all sorts of threats against Iran. So in fact, the Iranian guys are seeing Trump now to be as a comedian. They all things are against me. Whereas we are still battling. We are still on the war front. Iranians, they have over 50,000 drones. They have over 3,000 missiles. Even if they fire one every day, they will still fight on to 8 years. Understand? So let's don't give up. Already say, okay, anything will happen now. We are ready to pay the cost. Understand? But you cannot allow President Trump for come and say what for do now with territory. Strait of Hormuz, yes, we can allow let's ship them get access to that, but we need for do something because the reason why they self again say they for petrol, they want for rebuild Iran. They want to get money out of there and rebuild the Iran, the kind of destruction that happened there. You understand? You know, market have 300 billion we are for spend for rebuild Iran. You understand? So you don't forget some of the money from there. You understand? But Trump is saying no. You should not charge people. But yes, you don't forget.
No, continue. Yes, I'll come later.
You should not charge people accessing the Strait of Hormuz. You know, allow free passage. You know, if you look at the law of the sea, he's saying, you know, ship the international waterways. Forget free passage. That's what the US is saying. But Iran is saying no. This is our place. This is our territory. You understand? Now we and Oman. Now we get here. You know, we can't tell what to do here. We have to determine what should happen here. You understand?
Because now it's sovereign state.
Now it's sovereign state. So you understand? So this is the problem. We don't bring uncertainty, as you say. You understand? Those are the right one the way for is uncertainty. Because today you start to say, we can't see peace. Tomorrow, you say they don't send missiles and Iran again don't bomb tankers them and we have for access the Strait of Hormuz. And America again then don't count. They never ship them. You understand? For block the ports them, blah blah. So now we suffer here. It gets untold economic effect down here. You understand? Because mark you feel na a political community.
It's a global community.
Yes. So yes, everybody for use. When I get vehicle, you feel the effect of fear. You understand? Where the price go up.
Is diplomacy still possible between the US and Iran? We see the first one is Somaliland, the other one is Pakistan. In fact, we all thought that would be over after them signed electronic memorandum of understanding.
Yes, of course.
Do you think at the end of the day, anybody go want to drop down in shoulder so that peace go ahead and all? Is that happening anytime soon?
No, unless it will happen anytime soon. Because there's this distrust now they happen between the two countries. Especially now, you ask Iranians, will tell you that no trust Donald Trump. Even if they go on the negotiation table, you will sit there behind them. They will be thinking that we're not going to trust President Trump. We will agree President Trump can do anything. Between the fastest
that has been the same. President Trump back they say people are not they go by so that they fooling company. Who is fooling you? Then they say this not the truth. This not the go by what they say. That they say who is telling the truth here?
You know, if you look at if actually you have to use the lens of you being truthful, you see that Donald Trump in activities, honestly, they help this war. The activities of Donald Trump, they help this war. You know, for him as a leader way for him for promote peace. They go and perpetrate war. You understand? It tells you that he's somebody that is not to be trusted. You know, the same thing during Obama in time. There was this agreement between them and the Iranian guys. You know, when Bibi meet Barack Obama, say these guys nuclear, they are developing nuclear, they are uranium developing blah blah. Is that so? Let's go and bomb there. Barack Obama said no. Let me go. He send people and go inspect, call them to the table, sit. Because guys are saying no. In fact, yes, we agree. Our nuclear program is not to do anything we develop to nuclear weapons, blah 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 blah. And that's what I say. What you want to do here is we have different way to use these uraniums. You understand? So let's call these guys on the table and call them on the table, sit down, discuss. When President Trump came, he said in fact the most stupid agreement we ever signed. And Barack Obama agreement between me and Iran. The most stupid agreement. It was a man. You know. So Donald Trump is not to be trusted as far as this war is concerned, because he said this today, tomorrow you say you do that thing, you do that crazy thing, not only you do that crazy thing. So the guys too, themselves always ready. If they see Trump attack one, then they attack two. You have seen what is happening now at the Gulf state. We Donald Trump, if I just don't target all Trump investment at the Gulf, all. They are all on their list now saying we are going to destroy all Trump's investment in the Gulf. And now they attack Bahrain, Oman, and Jordan. All the military base of the US. So now the under the suffer now the country is the most host military base in the Gulf. And even suffer now the effect of the war.
Right.
So Donald Trump is not to be trusted. Honestly. And the guys, let's even see Donald Trump not only waiting for trust. You can do things at any time.
All right, I'll come back to you shortly. Alassana, allow you for take your breath. I don't be joined in the studios by Mulku S. Bangura, business development consultant and also international relation expert. Good morning, Uncle. It's a pleasure for getting at the program.
Good morning, Reginald.
Yes, I will ask again the same question I asked UK in a couple of minutes while we talk about the ECOWAS ordinary meeting they be held here in Sierra Leone. The question I will ask here this morning is, whose benefits it bring to Salone?
Good question. First of all, I have to apologize for coming late. I had car troubles this morning, so therefore left and fit for caretaker. Yeah, I see a lot of buzz around this ECOWAS summit and mixed reviews, mixed feeling, rightly so. You get some people who go support the summit happening. You get some people in the way go condemn, the summit happening. Well, from my own perspective and from my own analysis, I think it's a positive thing for Mama Sierra Leone.
It's significant to
significant to Sierra Leone, and this is why. For the longest of time, Sierra Leone has been branded as a war-torn country. We are under reconstruction, right? And for the longest of time, when they hold major, events and the diplomatic events and they consider Freetown or Sierra Leone or any part of this country for host those events. They host them away from Sierra Leone. They always say, "I want to get the facilities, want to get the capacity, want to get the human resource, want to get what it takes for host, such summits like this." And so not only don't they kind of like eliminate we from competing, with the likes of Ghana, Nigeria in that aspect, and more so for tourism, as we describe for improve and on the tourism and basically put yourself out there as a nation and as a country. I think now is the best time. This is kind of basically what we call diplomatic tourism, where they set yourself up for attract tourism all over the world, all over the world, in fact, because everybody's watching this summit. And with the position we set, so we get the facilities, we get the equipment, we get the human resource for attract the the best. If you get the resource you want, can see what we get for offer as a nation, you can come and we can offer you that. So with the position we set, and most importantly, the ECOWAS summit is basically a platform and a ground for attract investors from all across the world, especially within the sub-region. And we need all them big boys, all the big investors, all the big chief of staffs to those big billionaires and millionaires all across the world for come and look at the opportunities that are available here, that are open here to for investment, and have fireside chats, have tete-a-tetes with possible investors, have conversations with the policymakers, have conversations with the powers that be, so that then we'll get those conversations and possibly look at investment possibilities in different areas like agriculture, fishing, in areas like transportation, in areas like trade, mining. These are all areas in which basically they are begging for investment, and they want investment. They want to attract the biggest investment. So in my own estimation, is the cost equal to the opportunities where this conference, this summit they provide? My estimation is yes, because it's a future benefits they bring. Not to look at the cost now, even though I get a lot of questions as well as to the whole deal, how it come about. I get plenty reservations.
The deal with FB Group.
Yes. I have a lot. Well, one of them, if I have time, one of them is the fact that the agreement, the EPC agreement, was basically, so the EPC mean, in fact they call it EPCF, right?
Okay.
The EPCF agreement was shrouded in secrecy. Right, so the EPC mean engineering, procurement, and construction and finance agreement. It was basically done in secrecy. Even when the minister go present the EPC agreement to Parliament in February, the minister was not forthcoming with all the information we're hidden in the EPC agreement. And my question still is why the EPCF agreement is shrouded in secrecy. Is a big question the government needs for answer to it. Further to that, up to this moment, we not get, I don't know, I might be wrong, maybe it's until before the car, so they don't give you the answer, but to date, they not tell me the bank where they finance the loan.
The name of the bank have not been mentioned.
Yes, $124 million. You know the problem with that?
No.
If you not tell me the name of the bank, we cannot verify with the bank almost at the total money. We don't know the interest, the payback interest rate. We don't know the detail of how long the loan gets for last for, and we don't know how inflation gets for affect we payment structure. And for me, that's a big problem.
One of the only details now that the property they be handled by FD Group for 30 years.
For 30 years, yes. It's a PPP agreement, and of course it's going to be bill operate because the project gets according to the agreement, it gets an O&M part of it, when the operational and management part of it, right? We not see the O&M contract. Those contracts can be very voluminous books like that, but now we get AI, like you, with the review in less than a few seconds. But we'll not see that document today. We don't know what's in the O&M entails. We don't know, we just know someone for 30 years, but what is in there? Would that for manage the for one the administration of those facility? How they for manage the administration of the facility? How they for fixed and cost? How they for how the taxes get for be is it a prorated taxing system or a deferred taxing system, or do they pay active taxes like how we may pay taxes? What is in that whole agreement is still shrouded in secrecy. And for me, if you come out as if this is shrouded in secrecy, then you have something under your sleeve you don't want the citizens to be aware of, to know, and that's a wrong step. The opposition, when it came on Parliament, the opposition stood against it. Actually, we saw a lot of there was a huge debate around it. Adukagbo and the rest of the team, the opposition, they tried to speak up, say why this is shrouded in secrecy, how this going for benefits we, what are the trade-offs, right? Within did it for we. Nonetheless, you know, the minister and the ruling party then be able for subdue, you know, the opposition, saying, well, we need this right now. We need for present Sierra Leone in a new light. They don't say we then try to convince, you know, the opposition. But the big question still there is why this secrecy? Why these key details, when are very, very critical details, are still hidden in secrecy? And guess what? Imagine the minister, first of all, let you produce the documents in the EPC, the O&M. They are very voluminous documents, and it takes time. It takes a lot of resources for build them and put them together. So which means they don't do this thing, they don't plan this thing since last year or even the year before. This is something we don't need in the works, we don't know. And secondly, in just a few months, from February to here we are in July.
About 90 days, yeah.
Yeah, they will put all of this together. That speed was fast. If they're able to put up a huge conference hall like that, in the speed of light.
So you think the stadium for London, right?
Nothing is impossible at this country.
Including the stadium? Including the stadium?
Nothing is impossible at this country. This JMB conference center showed me that if we're ready and willing for do anything in Sierra Leone, it happen. Because waiting and do, there are a lot of, man, not so picking planning. Not so picking planning for put that conference center. First of all, the logistical planning around that whole thing, for cow then container then they, right? For empty then container then they. Not a small thing in a port authority, not a small plan in a port, right? You get for create the space for all those containers, you get for empty those containers, you get for transport them to the location. And imagine now it's a key na they with the key na port day. They get for transport them back to Lungi.
Yeah.
Who now what do you use for transport and
so was it super fast?
Also small logistics. Think about the logistical a whole thing. We go inside this whole thing. It's enormous, and in just 5-6 months they don't put this whole thing together. It's a beautiful edifice. I like it. I see pictures of when they show me. For me, I loved it, and for me it's good because honestly speaking, that edifice can be used for several things in the future. I'm not getting any issues around it except for the planning and the documentations. However, if they can do that in less than 6 months, my guy, nothing is impossible in this country. Nothing.
All right, look, cancel quickly the blockage of the naval block, the blockage where we see the US. They'll reintroduce again in the Strait of Hormuz and all. The Iranian ports don't block, and then it don't get some ripple effects in the rise of global oil. You see, they climb up back a little bit as well. Who side with the at this war? Why at some point you feel like they can't over, and then just one morning again you hear another different thing?
We are in a very dicey situation for as long as Benjamin Netanyahu is in power for the Israel, and as long as Donald Trump is there.
So then two people are the architect behind all of this.
Yes, I am lost for words. Donald Trump, number one, is not telling us the truth. He's very inconsistent within words, and number two, he wants to muzzle the Union. The IRGC, he still underestimates the power of the IRGC. He still don't understand how this regime work. He don't understand the power of ideology. He doesn't understand when people come together with one ideology, nothing can separate them. The most powerful weapon in the world, is ideology. If you can convince somebody that white is black and white is black, my brother, there is nothing you can do for convincing that person they say the white's not white. I like you go up condom. Ideology is the most powerful weapon, even way more powerful than any nuclear weapon in the world. And the IRGC, the ideology is one for protect, their sovereignty. They for protect their ideology, for keep themselves together and stay together. Donald Trump was touting the idea of the Iranian, they don't ready for low sign a deal, they don't willing. But when you look at the content of the deal, Donald Trump is saying the Iranian for pay toll, 20% toll. He said it. But even though he walked back in comments later on, he said it that for pay toll. Can you imagine? You can't meet me now at Taki now. You tell me say for any ship the pass, America say for give them toll for that now at Taki. In my own country, I go sit down be looking. It's not possible in certain countries. You can do on you can do on Panama, right? The Panama Canal. That's what has been going on. The US then contribute for build the Panama Canal. China almost took over the canal. That fight they go on. The quiet cold war between China and America for that Panama Canal. But God willing, that war they don't solve. America is still controlling canal. That canal, any ship pass the America, they get something. Wow. Yes, so you cannot do the same thing.
You know the workers.
You know the work now. You know the work now the streets. You cannot do that to the Indians. You know the work. And on top of that, he try to tell them how for running country, even in nuclear, they're not agreeing on how for manage the nuclear plants. The people in Tower say we need for produce. We need for continue with nuclear enrichment, even though it's not for military purposes. So I can still monitor them. It's going to be used for civilian purposes, and I've said this on this platform multiple times. Nuclear enrichment not necessarily means you make a nuclear weapon. The ships they already see, their own ships they already see. So na see what they did it for 40-50 years, and then they come na land. Now nuclear power. Any power, right? The submarines where they go underwater, they did it for 20 years. If you see the car, they underwater, and then they come up for fuel. How did they fuel this stuff? Now nuclear, what they call 90 power. Most of the things, even the US, right? You get some areas in the US where now they are being powered by nuclear power, right? The electricity because of the demand of the power. So they therefore increase the megawatts where they get, and or you can only do that through nuclear power. So the people say, okay, well now we not develop the civilian use of it. We not militarize them. We can't monitor we to come say nothing. We not right for do any. So I mean, if you want to control these people and stifle their growth and then say enough for then we are not willing to compromise. And besides, my brother, I keep saying this: the JCPOA was working. The JCPOA was signed in 2015 by President Obama, and that deal was working fine. Nobody knew about the Strait of Hormuz, and then boom, one morning we wake up on February 28th, Donald Trump decided to attack Iran. Now here we are, right? You want for control now, waiting for the we don't go back to square one. You say this 145 days now, almost days now they go so what did they? No end in sight. We don't know what to get for happen. Things are just going from bad to worse. Economies are struggling, right? So I feel like this man is not telling us exactly the truth. He wants to really convince people to say he didn't in charge, he didn't control, but he's not. He's not in charge, he's not in control. A lot of things, they go wrong. And so as a matter of fact, we're not able for, here we are, delicate today. So for me, if Donald Trump really for help I think he need for really meet the Iranian people in halfway. I said it the last time now. He has lost. He's lost this war, he has lost everything. And the reason why I say lost with the Iranian people, he able for make the Iranian people realize say we get waiting then call we also get a very powerful leverage, which is the Strait of Hormuz. Nobody cared about the Strait of Hormuz before February 28th at this world. Nobody know even inside there. But when they lock them and then realize say, oh, the world suffer small because of that, the oil shortage, they say, we get power. We get leverage. This is our leverage. Trump made that happen, right? If you know, don't go attack Iran, and now you want for force the hand. And on top of that, you want for forced regime change. I'll always feel say Trump is not interested in regime change. He tried. He forced. I don't know if you know about this guy, the former president of Iran, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, right? They were actually propping Ahmadinejad for can take over Masoud Pezeshkian. The reason why, because Ahmadinejad was the president before. He was a hardliner. He was against Israel. He denied the Holocaust. He was oppressing the Israelites. He was oppressing these people. He was speaking up against them. He was there. And then guess what? He left power. Israel captured him. Well, not to capture. Israel actually turned him over for being counterintelligence against the Iranian people, because they realized Ahmadinejad had issues with Ali Khamenei. He had issues with the IRGC, and they tried to turn him so then we replace Masoud Pezeshkian, and then they were able to get them away with the IRGC. But guess what? All that they don't fail, because in just recently put Ahmadinejad under house arrest.
Wow.
Nobody knows anything that happened right now. So all their antics, all their efforts has failed tremendously.
And this war is not ending anytime soon.
No, it's not ending anytime soon. We have a big problem.
All right, let's continue. We also have a take off. But again, the United States for the try for reduce the visa processing center in Africa from 50 to 20. United States plan for consolidate visa processing across Africa by reducing the number of embassies and consulates handling visa application from about 50 to 20 regional hub across Africa. So U.S. officials say this move intend for improved efficiency and also for strengthening security screening, but also critique the fear that this go increase travel costs and also waiting time for African applicants. Now, this at some point we've been seeing we get some pre-conversation on them, and it's more look like they are pushing towards that direction. Why reducing the visa processing center at this particular time, and waiting it will mean particularly for Wildina and Salon and other parts in Africa?
It's not looking good. That's the honest truth. It is not looking good for we. It's sadly this don't care. We go back to, I remember I think just after the war, that's why be Tanlik. The US be shut off all the consulates, basically the visa application process. Then we get with, so they're supposed to assign a hub, the next the nearest hub, but they're not assigning it to we yet. Meaning USA will go for visa, Sierra Leone. At the point for popular statement, it hasn't been done yet. So would they between Liberia or Ghana? Probably then we even send go to Senegal. if they're not so euphoria at all. But the key thing we for discuss now is very important, and the fact the relationship between the US and Sierra Leone is deteriorating.
Yeah,
and that's a
fact. Is it deteriorating rapidly?
Rapidly, I will tell you from a very solid source. And from a very, very solid source, that the government don't make certain decisions them where the US not happy with, and that's don't sour our relationship with the US. And Donald Trump taking this stance is just a way for sure we say, hey, if you know for Canada country, I do it I feel for the and una still know for corporate, I don't care about you guys. Usually this June we pass so the US be supposed for review them ban on all all the countries them. Then they do it every 6 months. That's exactly what they're supposed to do. Instead of they review that ban, then delay them for another extra month because they realize say we are working back against what we say. We promised them what we for do, and now this is affecting us. And they use this opportunity for talk to the government of Sierra Leone. I have said this here. The US is investing over $1.5 billion in this country right now. I'm telling you, they're already, because when you look at the, for example, the Nant Power project, that's a $418 million project. You look at the LNG MOU we signed, Karimna signed and KKY signed $150 million dollars project.
Yeah.
And then you look at the MCC. We currently the MCC body then they work in a US embassy and station. They have been working on setting up the offices and all that. They don't begin to set up the procurement aspect. That's a $480 million project. We slowly, they take effect small. They pay people right now. They don't already take staff them for can begin that working. On top of that, look at the Mission 300, where also it was signed. That's another million. When you look at all them money, then they
couple up together, yeah.
Then suppose for come in tranches and suppose for boost this country infrastructure, key infrastructure areas. Any small thing will affect them. We know the possible way we would deal with when I don't know. He can wake up one morning and say, "This I'm not letting them people here." It can just pull the plug on everything. My brother.
But the last time he comment President Bio say
because we don't begin to do what he want. From what they get now from sources that he's been pulling back because we don't begin walk back on the promises to Donald Trump, and then we don't begin see the effect of it. So the government need for really go back and then sit at the table and review we agreement with Donald Trump, and at least and this is why the reason why. Man, you cannot deny the fact that the US is the most powerful nation in the world, and economically they have the resources for boost any country. When you look at the Asian tigers, how they develop, the Singapore, the South Korea, if they make water, for example, so they make this water, I like them say you get you country when I get all the human resource, all the weight in that. If this water you not find ways for selling to people that way getting money and the capacity for buying them in bundles. You will make that money there, you're going to make subsistent money, meaning you're going to sell them, but the money not for just help yourself no more, for just pay your family, this and that. You can never build and grow economically.
Okay.
The US has an economy that is ready to spend, then build and design the US economy for spend, for buy. That's why they get credit cards, right? If you're able to sell this water to the US, okay, it means you're able to build multiple factories then, you're able to expand your economy, you're able to grow. And for let that happen, you have to have a very good relationship with the US. You need them. That's why China need the US. China with all their money, with all their power, with all their technology, they're not the joke with the US. Because when they make, they need to go sell in the United States. Europe, the same thing. Europe depend on the UN or on the US. Asian tigers, that's how they develop. When Singapore then start making, when South Korea then started making their cars, right? If you know what's selling in the United States, they let it buy them. Nobody cares. Like you go send him to Africa, well, you don't make the kind of money we want. America they get the money, they get the power, they buy the purchasing power. So we need the US. I'm saying all of this to say, if we don't cement that relationship, they back with them. We are heading now. It can cost more. Imagine now for apply for visa. Currently $180, right? Before this ban, of course, they can increase because Trump don't put certain things. I think they go to $280 or $400. Sorry, for visa applications. Yes, they go to $480 for visa very soon. If I don't take effect now. So imagine $480 for one person for apply. Then now that person they get for let's say now they put the hub na Ghana. You get for pay flights for go Ghana.
For go Ghana now,
and tickets for Ghana now over $1,000, about $1,000.
Yeah,
right?
2 and 4.
Yes, and then you get for go stay in a hotel. So $1,599 number for just that hotel. If you ever spend 2 days, now almost done. So now for go America, you ever spend probably some $2,500 and guarantee not they say they give you visa.
Yes,
you fly all the way around and then now you come back. You can't cry.
Nothing.
Spend all that money there. So it don't extremely challenging. Yeah, it's for Sierra Leoneans for go. So now the America so difficult that they're not. So they're telling us that we don't need una. That's exactly what the US is telling us. So we don't need una. When the bilateral relationship with una, it's a choice to us. And honestly speaking, it's not a good thing for Sierra Leone. So the government really need for step up and do what they need for do for
UK this as well. When you see this news, does that really get you worried?
Yeah, I was so worried because just only what they say here. Before this time, we still be there at the amber list. Say, oh. It's called Sierra Leone, in the amber. So if you don't work on this with the ban, and some of us, me and my brother will be there in a sleep TV one day. We me just come up, we and call me. First government, do waiting. No, Trump want. Yeah. I'm going at the table, talk to him, listen to him, give and take. You understand? We need US. We need the US so much because we benefit so much from them. So when this thing come up, I see they exclude Sierra Leone, see Liberia, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Nigeria. Say, we apply. If you apply for visa, you get for pay for pay for flights for go. You understand? Cost it don't cost to you so much than we be get visa here. 2. Families and they can get burden more. You know, so it's really unfortunate. The government need for do more so that they go for deepen the relationship between we and the US. Honestly, if not that, I don't know what thing for be the outcome of all the projects that we will highlight. So we America they invest, we pay so much money in Sierra Leone, you know, and then we just not once you want to know is no this I think it don't make sense now just in fact now this Bokuma be think about the MCC money. Somebody say we doubt if this will forget him because now Trump can just one day say no it's when we make this thing about this Sierra Leone we look at how things happen, look at how the politics they go on, blah blah blah, we no get again and withdraw. So the government for listening to exactly what me boy just the advice here that they need to do more than ever before. You understand? Sit on the table. Maybe they accept, we accept then deportees them. You know, so we don't make accept the. I mean, feel like sometimes this go coil down a bit. I mean, think that sometimes they can attract the US, not knowing that we can't suffer more because. The same word get now. You for pay $1,000 in Ghana. Go there. You for pay for hotel fee. You understand? You get for pay for hotel fee. You for pay for visa
processing fee.
Honestly, and you know what makes
plus minus you get what spend like $2,000.
Honestly, so you don't add more burden on with travelers.
More economic burden.
To be honest, you know it's really sad for Sierra Leone. You know it's really sad. We act fast. We attract. We masters them. You know, who attract to masters them for say, no, we are ready for work with you. You know, well, what point me tell me say this thing all stems back from the past government, but then it can't worsen during this election. You know, these past elections. You know, we just the elections we see the government be slam ban on some government officials. You know, for access to the US, right? So the government. We get this back and forth with the US. From there now, we not enjoy nothing again from the US. The relationship that kind of relationship, that kind of cordial relationship, they exist no more. You know, so the government need for act fast. You know, the Minister of Foreign Affairs within team now Washington need for go and sit with the president. You know, use lobbying tactics. Say no, this is what we need to do. We're underdeveloped. We need you guys more. Let's sit on the table. Let's tell us what you want. Probably we go see what we go for accept blah blah. This I understand. Yeah. Because we need to go to America, bruh. Honestly, in fact, everybody here in dream now follow go na US, bruh. Everybody in dream. So if you build any kind of restrictions there, to be honest, it go be something bad for the country.
Okay.
You know, honestly.
Thank you very much. We'll go for a short break. After the break, 079994993. Stay tuned.
Sometimes then when things they go wrong in your community and people they keep quiet. But for keep quiet, not to fix the problem. Now that's make Epic Radio they bring to you blowing the whistle. Blowing the whistle like a radio show who say ordinary people them go talk about what's in really they happen. Now the community them. Whether from bad road, no water, poor service, unfair treatments, and corruption.
Epic
so now they
Radio.
show where they call out things them respectfully and honestly. And when something good they happen, where people they make progress and real change in their life, we also they talk about time. This time you chance, follow you speak up, and follow they hear your voice, and follow you ask questions when they go answer. Whether you live in a town or a village, whether you young or you a woman, or whether you a community leader or a concerned citizen, this show now for you. We not just they talk and forget, we they follow up with the issue, so something happen. Blowing the whistle, your voice, your community, your power, only on Epic Radio 99.3 FM.
Epic Radio.
Money they move with BNB Cash App. People learn from all over the country. They send and receive money faster than ever with BNB Cash App.
Me na businesswoman. I send money to my customer in Nigeria. Quick one, no waste them.
Me na Okada rider. I buy me airtime, pay me extra bill without and not left me yourself. Simple and easy.
Me na student. I receive money from my daddy at the state with no stress.
Now so you go get some with BNB Cash App. You can send money na Canada, Ghana, Senegal, Guinea, Liberia, and other side them na the world. You can always process your BNB, RIA, Western Union, tap send, now you that. Send wave and MoneyGram code anytime, any side. Enjoy the fastest transfer, extra payment, airtime top up, and more. All inside one app. Download the BNB Cash App today. Now Google Play Store and iOS App Store. BNB Cash App is so easy, fast and reliable. For more information, just contact the customer service on 072 500 000.
All right, welcome back to the Epic Morning Show. They give you the biggest international stories of the week. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Epic.
Yeah, Lamit Sangwa.
Yes. The scheme of Statuas, but nobody no sugar put them. You get a backward this country. Because that's the SLPP, Syrian, and the civil society, now that make me understand that the whole scheme of AU now backward this country. So if you want to hold Statuas as well, they will get a backward this country, just like the this country again. And for say the idea not in secrecy back from this bill, we will talking, they spend more money than the AU than this. We don't even know how they really do. Because MTA they do in secrecy. You know say business with this. Why the secrecy? And remember say SSP is very serious. Then the open government that they are saying anything they do, we can do. What you don't change now? What are they do to on behalf of this country and for this secret? So no sugar coated by after this whole thing, my backwardness for salon. Thank you.
079994993, the number where Chef can call and be part of the program this morning as we review the biggest international stories of the week. Hello.
Good morning, Reginald, Brian, Ojukutu, Sawyer.
Yes, concerned citizen.
God bless. Talking about this project in Lungi, the ECOWAS Center. Yeah, a nice mix in the group. Make we just make a diplomatic tourism with get something like that. Really, really nice. But waiting bad now the secrecy of all of that. But we can understand because definitely now the big one and they get them kick back. So there must be a security. We're bad. If we don't move away from them, we leaders them or run the way they are the end of affairs. The only thing we call this security now kickbacks. And a huge amount of people kickbacks to them don't meet so. Away from that, talking about the controversial Trump and the stubborn Iran. I mean, I saw one person there for stubborn, the other one there for be. When the world police there for be extremely difficult. But when it comes to the wars, like you say, which say before that no chicken tail. Iran no go understand it. Then go waiting for time, then they go there for bow down, especially the way things they go so. I get me concerned and
yes, concerned citizen. Thank you. 079949993, that's not the number we chef can add the voice to the conversation. Hello, good morning. You name us how to call you from?
Noah from KC.
Yes, Noah, go ahead.
This could be the last time for talk about Trump. With Trump, nothing good will come on America for now. The man, a misplaced gentleman, and not supposed for in the White House. Even the American man, they don't regret what they send and they. Back to Sierra Leone. President Bio in chairmanship go all the left a lasting legacy. If you free Wenger, if you advise at the Northern Amande, then they don't let come. If you're not free Wenger, interest in chairmanship for ECOWAS, no will get lasting legacy in Sierra Leone. Let's take a look. And it's very important for everything we do.
Thank you, Noah. 079949993. The number we chef can call and be part of the program. We'll take this other caller quickly. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dollars Sanamsa. 07999949993. Call and be part of the program. Let's take another caller quickly. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Sir. Good morning.
Happy, good morning.
Morning, yes.
The contribution, I mean, Salma, they call from Wilberforce. The contribution, the analyst, they don't talk fine, but it's like my area in the talk. You see, white people, then, when they want old person, then get long patience. They know say anyhow you go to them, they catch you. You remember, we were the party picking them in the celebrating, when the president of America, we would have the talk, say the America pull hamper with democracy. They talk to us on talking. Then people then get a condition when a good governance. And then people then they don't remember say they're not to stranger, then get the people on there. They know all things happen there. They know how people in the suffer there. So the panelists now you the talk, but then people then get a condition when they said. Even the MCC, the decision that I mean make up to now the MCC not come. Because of we not able to meet the condition when a good governance, we for make life for better for the citizens. This is so now one of the conditions is that day. So anyhow we do, if we not able to meet the condition, they're not able to accept we. You see, today we celebrate to say the president to get mind they don't go fit the people inside the whole country. So remember, say white people, when they want to catch you, anyhow you go tell you they catch you because they lay the trap for a long time. And also you go tell you must fall where the trap. So that the problem is over the face now.
All right, thank you.
So I'm more concerned than me.
07999949993. Just few calls we go take and then we wrap up the program. Marion Precious George go review the biggest national stories of the week today. Hello.
Hello,
yes, go ahead.
I asked you, brother, within the monk, what's in the condition we for needs for this ban not affect we? Then to we Sierra Leoneans, we hypocrites, Allah, I always talk this word. Now I had them say, let them stand with Donald Trump reports amongst people. Now we back say, we Sierra Leoneans, now we say some of we. Let them not accept it. These that's and criminal and these that's why the fuck accept or continue accept now we. Then now, if this ban they can now the man they say don't accept the people and what people will say back. Sierra Leone we hypocrites. So what's the conditions are? Let Mr. Molu tell you who commit, who this thing will affect you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 0799 and 493. I'll take few calls and then I'll go wrap up very, very shortly. 0799 and 4993. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, come on here, radio, please. Your name was I call you from?
Yeah, I don't come with it. Thank you very much. I'm signed. I call from yesterday.
Go ahead.
The issue we get from Trump, of course, the own policy and all. Our policy is very inspired in the sense American ID country, big Cumbia, if you have some shock of war, but Trump not the complete reversal. So therefore, we as Sierra Leone, more especially leaders in Africa, I mean, our limited to Sierra Leone, because Africa as a whole, I mean, beyond the direction of the West, because we will not get into people, we will not put policy in place, we will validate the plight of the people. Going on the street, even about this Williamson Christmas, we pass and get that between at least. You need to teach your Sierra Leone? The answer is no. Because at the end of the day, I will get a solid, I mean, people are willing for proximity. That's only willing for me to this country in the right direction. Right. But by and large,
thank you.
We really need to rise up. And don't institution at all, because of the leaders in Africa, genuine.
Thank you very much. I'll just take 3 more calls, 1 minute each, and then try for wrap up the program this morning. 0799 and 493. Let's take this and take 2 more after this. Hello.
Good morning, Brian.
Yes, I'm again.
Let me someone and go tell organization work me like but come back. Let me I want to go the back down. I don't tell you this year. I get 2 money there. You back up. I can't only go past you. You see, leadership na God they give policy. What you for do now? No praise God. The leader will the council. Make them seek the interest of we. But if you continue for swear them, God, I will suffer. Hey, President will be like to be now before. President will feed up because I mean we priority like a own switch of office. So let me continue to say God, make them out the council, make them work, let them go try to follow better. Will suffer. And I would don't suffer. Petrol will buy for generator in the drum. The people go collect through. Now me pay. In all what you do because of this presidency, Boku to the gap. Even President Kuma, they get Boku a minute to the gap now. We get benefits, we get this. So what would this suffer will pay? This issue of ECOWAS, the Kawaya, believing for PC, they want to the council, they invest in the come, who can make a look better. Okay. So this of Donald Trump, that last caller, Donald Trump are only disappointed because many of supporter. One of the worst leaders ever in the of America.
Thank you.
And lastly,
thank you. Yeah.
If you may not believe, if you don't believe but like I don't cause problem the way nobody can imagine. No, they be now that because I real advantage FTI Donald Trump they can go to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
2 more calls, 0799 and 4993. Just 2 last lucky call and then we try for wrap up the program as we don't go about the time already. Hello.
Good, Chief.
Yes, Suleiman.
All right, man.
I'm fine, tell you. Thank you.
Remember that the African leaders who some people then they praise or do this, that. I don't think I will praise anyone more because they all get rope on their neck. Why they don't lazy for me to no work for the continent, they no get plan for the continent. Because all what you take we get in Africa. Why for slave we save to the white man? I don't think say we people they voting for visa. Now Sierra Leone they go to Ghana. Now because Sierra Leonean leaders they no plan for Sierra Leonean. Why they not for copy Libya? Libya you not been defended on no side. Because the man waiting there has been sober posting. I thank you, brother.
Thank you. I'll take one last call now. 079994 993. Just one last lucky call and then I'll go wrap up the program this morning. 079994 993. I still get Alasan UK Fufana and also get Mulko Spangura. The last caller. Hello.
Yeah, good morning. This is Abakar from Commerce. My brother, I want to tell you one thing. The ECOWAS, this summit where they can do so. If they wire decide waiting with the or waiting the happen, say they will give President you maybe a second time. They go either make ECOWAS or it destroy ECOWAS. Because if you think about legitimacy, the ECOWAS and then His Excellency the President, powerful legitimacy. And when you check, even the America, that's the reason we make them with the MCC scorecard. That MCC is where we win. Because the criteria wouldn't they look to as you if we listen to waiting the American ambassador to talk. They say until they implement everything about the tripartite, because the agreements were actionable and implementable. And that's the cause for where we forget everything. So the people in there, they're knowing a democracy, and President Globe don't accuse that ambassador where did they say he interfered by the election. They take place 2022. So America and they spend the money. America they spend all the money for do all the agreements with. So it means say they know what they do and they submit it. It means say ECOWAS either they make or they spoil ECOWAS. Thank you.
No more calls again. We wrap up now, gentlemen. I start with Alassane quickly. You've heard from the callers.
Yeah, thank you to all the callers. Them, it's really a signal. Say people are listening and they are ready to participate. What I just want to say here, that we leaders need for step up. Looking at the issue of the US, they need for step up and give better lives to the citizens. What to make them with money they make step, but they say we can all live without them. You understand? So we have to, as a country, step up and address the issues that they make people in the rush for left this country. The issue of ECOWAS. You get both negative and positive impact. If you look at the negative impact, if you want to draw back to the 1980 AU summit, you want to compare them, sometimes waiting for be the impact of the long impact of this. You understand? Okay. Because 1980 again, when the summit started, people were saying this is going to be this, that, by the end of the day, we see what happen. So pray that this no feedback. 1980 at all, because sometimes the government will don't correct the mistakes we will be happy 1980 and so thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. So thanks to the callers, and this is a democratic country, so we expect diverse views. Well, no, I will start with which you end. I don't think I compare what happened in 1980 with this one. In 1980, it was the OAU. It was the entire Africa. This one are just a regional conference, and we only don't see one major facility coming out of it. In fact, we're going to get the ECOWAS depot, we will not mention, which is a very, very good facility, a logistical depot in Sierra Leone. We get for benefit this country a whole lot in the future. So for me, I need to compare the two. There are two different things. The OAU, of course, we see it happen. The former president by then, Sheikh Stephen, deep into the country reserves. This one will not hear anything like that. This one alone then go take. So which means that pay will get for payback. So and a PPP agreement. So these are two different things that are incomparable comparison. As comparing apples and eggs. So let we not compare the two. The other aspect of it, I want to talk about now. My brother really asked, say what we for do now as Sierra Leone for help for get back to Trump in good. You see, one thing we want to do. We look at the list of countries that Trump listed. Ghana, for example. Ghana know they suck up to the US. Ghana actually refused America's first made the policy on this the America deal. Way for let them submit all the personal medical details to them. Ghana not the one, but we agreed to it. So the reason I'm saying this, Ghana they still maintain the visa processing whilst they move on, if we would accept. It goes beyond just accepting. What we know they do is one thing we call lobbying. We are not lobbying at the highest level. If we want to get into Donald Trump's good books, that man is a businessman. Constant lobbying at the highest level. We need for get Sierra Leonean representation at White House, where they engage people like Marco Rubio, where they engage people who are very close to Donald Trump, lobbying in Sierra Leonean interest. And that is not what we are doing. Agreeing to the US in terms of one thing. But what are we whispering in the ears of Donald Trump about the opportunities that are here that they can come? I prefer the US right, investments in Sierra Leone, US companies in Sierra Leone to any other countries. You know why? Because the US can get the money and they treat people fairly, then they pay well. I prefer a US company here to any other national. So I mean that has to be done. We have to keep on the pressure, lobbying these people, and if we not do that, it's going to affect.
Thank you very much, Moku S. Bangola, business and development consultant, and also an international relation expert. Thank you so much to Alassane UK Fofana as well, diplomacy and international relation analyst. Many thanks, gentlemen, for joining me here. And this morning, and thanks to the entire people who take the time for listening. I hope I do justice to the conversation, because this is not my first time, in fact, so I do an international issue, by the way. Many thanks to everybody who listen. Up next, we get business news, we get sports, entertainment, and of course, the review of the biggest national stories by Marion Precious George. So let's join on Monday for the Epic Morning Show. Reginald Brano, Jukutu Suade, say bye-bye.
Sometimes then when things they go wrong in your community and people they keep quiet. But for keep quiet, not to fix the problem. Now that's make Epic Radio they bring to you blowing the whistle. Blowing the whistle like a radio show who say ordinary people them go talk about what's in really they happen. Now then community them. When are from bad road, no water, poor service, unfair treatments, and corruption. So now this show where they call out things them respectfully and honestly. And when something good they happen, where people they make progress and real change in their life, we also they talk button. This time you chance for like you speak up and follow the hear your voice and follow you ask questions when they go answer. Whether you live in a town or a village, whether you young or you a woman, or whether you a community leader or a concerned citizen, this show now for you. We not just they talk and forget, we they follow up with the issue so that something happen. Blowing the whistle, your voice, your community, your power, only on Epic Radio 99.3 FM.
Welcome to Biz and Eco News with Marion Precious George. Inside today's edition of the Biz and Eco News, First Energy Africa Oil Corp don't appoint capital markets veteran Simeon Akit and veteran energy analyst Frederick Kozak to in board of directors, and this move now for get rank to leadership as Africa energy sector navigates a rapidly changing investment landscape. The appointment come at a time where oil and gas company them across the continent, they rewrite them financing strategy them as traditional Western lenders scale back support for fossil fuel projects them. Africa energy industry, they undergo important shift in how the continent they finance oil and gas development with access to conventional bank financing where don't become limited in the middle of growing environmental pressure. While traditional funding scores don't tighten up, industry leaders them say the continent continue to attract major investment by adapting to new investor expectation and highlight political stability and long-term governance. According to the Africa Energy Chamber, the continent continue to attract about 41 billion United States dollar in global exploration spending, stressing sustained investor interest in the continent's resource potential, even with involving financing dynamic. Authorities don't pledge for repay overdue budget support loan from the Bank of Salone as way for meet an end to 2026 repayment deadline, and this now according to one memorandum where the government submits to IMF. The Memorandum of Economic and Financial Policy them when I supplement to the December 2025 document where them also summarize inside the IMF July country report number 26/168 outline package of monetary safeguard and exchange rate measures where aim for rebuild barriers and self-restore market confidence. As way for strengthening foreign exchange reserve, the central bank say it will continue for buy at least 35 million United States dollar of FX every 6 months through the end of the program, but note that he expects larger purchase in the first half of 2026 after unexpected IFX spending in Q1. Officials them now estimate that additional 29 million United States dollar will be needed needed in quarter 2 for meet the end June net international reserve target. The memorandum also described a program for recapitalize the central bank, and the government issued the first of 4 planned installments inside March through marketable 10-year bond carrying 8% coupon, and intend for complete the remaining insurance this year up to the dedicated budget allocation of 971.5 million euros. The government supplemental memorandum of economic and financial policy them and the IMF June review shows say Salon largely they on track under extended credit facility program, but don't face short-term fiscal liquidity strain where authorities say them they correct. The MEFP report that they may meet most end December 2025 performance criteria and indicative target, even though government breach the $100 million United States dollar concessional external debt ceiling by 8.5 million United States dollar and temporarily exceed the net domestic asset limit after a year-end spike in liquidity demand. Performance in the first quarter of 2026 be mixed, and the MEFP say them be meet continuous performance criteria, and that the program its target on net claims on government, NDA, and international reserve, but miss a number of end March initiative targets. Shortfalls include foreign exchange spending, school feeding domestic revenue, the domestic primary balance, social spending, and domestic arrears. The government attributes the revenue and primary balance miss to fiscal pressure in quarter 1 2026 and describe the FX shortfall as largely driven by necessary payments for medical equipment supply for preserved service delivery. As we for reduce recurrence, the Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Salon go tighten coordination, and the ministry go stop for request Bank of Salon foreign exchange for transfer to independent power producer and entity them outside the central government. Now all this we get for you today inside the Biz and Eco News. Mina Marion Precious, George.
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so refreshing.
My people, this is famous. Listen, tune in to Epic Radio every day, all night, all morning. Epic Radio is the best. Famous say so.
Good morning and welcome to Friday Sports Updates. To start off with revelation where FIFA the try for project. FIFA let's go for project that's further expansion of 64 teams going to be discussed after the competition. So the next World Cup probably, it is not certain, but the next World Cup probably will get like 64 teams. We all know in this one where they can done so now 48 teams now play this World Cup. So inside the 21st century, now only 2 teams we don't score the first goal at the World Cup semi-final don't go and lost the match. And this only happened to England in 2018 and in 2026. Well, according to the English Football FA, where now the CEO, winner Mark Bullingham, done finally come out and make some statement regarding England and lost to Argentina. He praised the team, and of course he also praised the coach, as many people don't go against Thomas Tuchel, but according to the CEO of English football, he don't put a lot of praises on the German coach. Well, surprisingly, a decade ago, Luis de la Fonte now been one of Lionel Scaloni's an instructor them where he will undergo in UEFA Pro course, now the Spanish Football Federation. Well, they may get a very strong bond in this process as Scaloni will undergo in UEFA Pro license certificate. But of course, now these two people will face themselves in the big stage in world football, which is the World Cup final. And Felipe Luis don't talk about why he decided to join Monaco as the head coach for the French team. According to Ram, he described Monaco for being a club who get the project who himself gets as a coach, and he also described that the decision will be an easy one after we been part way with Flamingo, hoping for join Chelsea, but now we don't join AS Monaco. And the England and Argentina game be watched by 24 million people will watch the game, but of course the dream not really happen for the England go a big step closer in the World Cup final. Well, all this we'll bring to you this morning inside we Friday edition of Sports Update. Join me at 11 a.m. as we'll bring to you all of the very best in terms of happening in the world of sports. Goodbye for now.
Good morning and welcome to Epic Entertainment Buzz with me, Fatmata Lebi. We can look at different type of music then. Today, in this edition, we will look at the gospel music. Gospel music starts in Africa American church them inside the United States during the 18th and the 19th century. It grew from spiritual song them where the African slave people and they sing for show faith, hope and freedom. Later they mix this song they are with Christian hymn and church music. Inside the early 1900s, gospel music became popular through church choir and revival meeting there. Thomas A. Dorsey, where people they call the father of gospel music, helped shape modern gospel by way of mixing Christian message with blues and jazz sound. Mahalia Jackson later became one of the most famous gospel singers there, and he helped spread gospel music around the world. Today, gospel music they play in a church, concerts, radio, and social media. It gets traditional and modern style them, and it still they inspire people through a message of faith, worship, and encouragement. Hiya, make a all and day first. I like how this song with Delana Hope do for me. Any column, I speak blessing, and I go be right back. So stay tuned and stay fixed.
You've been quiet for a long time. Not because you don't believe, but because life made you cautious about hoping for more. Open your mouth and speak. Open, speak like you know God hears you. Speak like heaven is leaning in. Look at yourself. You survive too much to stay silent about what God is doing. Open your mouth, say what you want to see. Call it forward with faith. I speak blessings, I speak life into my house. I speak joy into my days. I speak peace into everything around me. I speak blessings, no fear, no lack, no delay. What God promised is coming. I speak it until I see it rise. I speak it right now. Ooh. Some days you wake up wondering if anything is shifting, but listen, things grow even in silence. God works even when you feel nothing at all. So don't back down now. Speak over what looks still. Speak over what looks stuck. Your words have a way, because God is backing them. Tell your future what to do. Tell your blessing where to land. Tell your spirit to stand tall again. Yeah. I speak blessing, I speak life into my house.
I speak joy into my days. I speak peace into everything around me. Alright, that na a song where Delana Hope do for we and he call up I Speak Blessing. Well, I had to go the cutting down for today's edition of the Epic Entertainment Boss. So till we meet again next week for another edition. Me will be come the update. Me your name na Fatma Talebi. Do have a wonderful and a beautiful weekend.
I hope that our visitors would listen to the song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. You know our music is rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But if a man steal a mango or breeze blow up a woman dress, bet your life we making headline in the foreign press. True, true. Lamba bombe fa, lamba roba, lamba de landeka, tila roba, la dombamba, tila la. We had a little riot in this town. The headline it got, you'll swear the whole island was burning down. But I had to laugh when a visitor turned and said, what the fuss about? This happens in New York every day. You know our sportsmen are rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. All the lovely buildings which shows our progress. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But a little shanty town and a woman in a ragged dress. Bet your life it making headline in the foreign press. True, true. True, true.
Chiamanda Gozi Adechi once said, your voice na your identity, and if you use them, or if you no use them, other people will use them for you. Hello and welcome to the review of the biggest national stories of the week inside the country on the Epic Morning Show 99.3 FM, and you get you also on Radio Garden, Facebook, YouTube, website at myepiconline.com. You can also listen to the show through Zimi Radio 107.5 FM inside Pujeon District. Mina, your host Marion Precious George, and inside the show this morning, the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, discontinuance of former President Ernest Bai Koroma entries in trial now one of the issues where we the review. And of course, ECOWAS 69 ordinary meeting ongoing at the country also now another story. And All People's Congress Party rescheduling their constituency elections. All of the stories plus the review of various newspapers, they inside the show this morning. And of course, I get inside the studio, Daniel Pewa, where you go join me for discuss the issues. Good morning, Mr. Pewa, and welcome to the show. It's been a while.
Many blessings to you and the listeners out there.
Okay, straight off, we'll look at stories reported on the front pages. And my first take now the ECOWAS ministers open 96 session story on the Premier News. And another story, Honorable Momo Bokari slams energy minister over absence.
20 years, no benefits. Former staff, Batu Gambia Embassy, and also Braco Petro Jetty Drive Reforestation with 2003s. All of those stories and more you get in the Premier News newspaper this morning. And away from that, I get the Independent Observer newspaper, top story, the politics behind the discontinuance. And also with mock exercise launch, Sierra Leone gears up for 2026 national census. A big banner headlining it, legal recall for Sierra Leoneans in USA as US judge orders USCIS to resume work permit processing. And Icona London and AYV Media and Parascience Partnership. All of the stories and more you get at the Independent Observer newspaper this morning. And away from that, I take the Concord Times newspaper top story from vision to impact, the Auditor General's first year in office. And Parliament agrees to discontinue charges from a president. And magistrate rejects defense application in Admabio fraud case. Another story on the front page, DIB pledges to unite APC, Sierra Leone, FCC, 3-town project trains 240 climate action ambassadors. Finally, on the front page of the Concord Times newspaper, more than 4.200 from Africell America. Decision to discontinue charges against former President Kouroumavi to impact the Auditor General's first year in office. And ECSL stakeholders on tripartite reforms as electoral review advances. And finally, government advances climate change bill through nationwide consultations. And more newspaper. It is the second segment of the morning show, and we will discuss biggest stories wey happen inside the country over the week. And as I make put out a release president in the stand trial for the attempted failed coup wey happen in the country years. Really the fact that AG about the don't discontinue. If they're not acquitted in Stajam, they might follow up the development and the side talks we don't go regarding the issue as our state.
Critics then get the right for be critical. I remember a couple of months back or a year ago when they met the former president. Of course, there were a lot of Buhara around in charge court, and at the same time the prosecution, lawyers them been carried in case against them and we team up in a dock. A lot of discussions or outcry in the from some quarters that it was a political witch hunt, and at the same time the man is being innocent, and at the same time he is being victimized. A lot of other conversations been there around that particular developments there. However, fast forward, the very court grant and bail on medical grounds. Yeah. based on the fact that lead, council, they may therefore apply for, a bail for them, and like I said, the government, and by extension that of the judiciary or the magistrate will be in the preside over the case, be very magnanimous enough, then grant that request today. Even though there were innuendos also that this, the influence may have come from ECOWAS, but that's another, discussion. A discussion for another day. Fast forward, we don't see the Attorney General and Minister of Justice come up with a press release from the office, say, then they discontinue the charges with them levy against them. When you look at Sierra Leone, how polarized we are politically, regionally, or terms of ethnicity, you go begin to wonder, where are we heading to? And me we sit on here as Daniel Esper one for take responsibility for what they say. That we don't see this country go through 11-year brutal war. We fought the war, we're not able to done the war by gun or soldier man them. Now through the pain and mediation, the war come to an end. Fast forward, the government with the advice of the United Nations, ECOWAS, Commonwealth, and that of the AU, then say we for set up a Truth and Reconciliation Commission. And that body was set up. A lot of recommendations came. But one of the fundamentals of that commission was to reconcile with the one that we perpetrate, with the one that we are victims, either directly or indirectly. With all the brutality, burning of houses or township, raping, pregnant women open, amputating people, killings. A lot of destruction take place. But we swallow the bitter pill. We say because of peace and cohesion, because we want Salone for turn over to a new page, let we forgive and forget. Painfully, Sierra Leoneans, them, we have been the victims, like I said, either directly or indirectly. We bear. Today, those of our brothers and sisters who perpetrated those carnage against innocent Sierra Leoneans, we all they dine and wine with them today. I am of the opinion that peace, no nation not develop without peace. Creole man, they say the mouth, they get tongue and the teeth inside it. Then they make plabber, but at the end of the day, then they reconcile them, still in that room there.
Okay.
So I am of the opinion that as a civil society activist, as an advocate and somebody who get respect for human rights, if this is going to be the silver bullet or the antidote for let we ensure say we get the cohesive Sierra Leone we want, for make sure say Sierra Leone thrive, that posterity where they come after we, they enjoy the peace we will all the fight for today. I think it is worth noting that the decision where the government of Sierra Leone take through the Attorney General's office, who happens to be the principal legal advisor to the government, let we embrace this continuation.
So you are of the belief that now ECOWAS, intervene in all of this, we make the government take this action, or the government think about, the cohesion we make mention of, or the peaceful existence of Sierra Leone, and them, we make them decide for acquit and drop the charges against former president.
Are they of the opinion, say multiple players they involved? Even possible say the decision may have also been influenced by other, international bodies outside the regional body when ECOWAS. I am just insinuating. And then also it is possible that the first gentleman, who happens to be also the chairman for the heads of state and government, na ECOWAS, in a magnanimity, with the consultation of his peers na the sub-region, a possible say multiple factors or players then contribute to this development. But like I say, remember, immediately after we then declare we 11-year civil war, say it don't come to an end, or it don't dawn, the war don't dawn. Multiple players them in there. Like I make mention of course, AU been there, ECOWAS there, Commonwealth, UN, they all been there. And they contributed significantly in making sure that we consolidate the peace. Yes, our democracy is a fledgling one, and we are still grappling with ethno-geopolitical, divide that you can't shy away from. So what do we do as a people for make sure, say, we cement then cracks then there? I think, say, like I say, a prudence for let we swallow the bitter pill. And no matter would that be whether not influence, the influence, no matter whether somebody just take up on himself, say, but the wisdom, the vision, like we a lot of pundits then can say, let common sense prevail.
Okay.
If the absence of the former president from Sierra Leone to another land, they create rifts, or they create disenchantment in the minds and hearts of Sierra Leoneans, many Sierra Leoneans, and the only panacea or silver bullet to the problem will be is coming back and the possible dropping off the charges that were, against him, for make sure so we get the peace. Now, make us say peace goes with a cost and a price. Freedom, peace, they goes with a cost and a price.
Okay.
I make mention of the TRC, the war we fought. We did not win that war by the bullets. We won it by mediation, peace, through the pen, diplomacy. Now make we. And it came with a lot of institutions. Immediately after the war, TRC recommendation, although we are still veering from most of the dictates of the TRC, but we have seen the setting up of the Peace Commission, which is very critical. Reforms then don't take place. A lot of reforms across the board. We might not be there 100%. As we speak, we are still talking about reforms in the electoral process. We are still, talking of reforms in the police, in the military, in the judiciary, good governance, rule of law, human rights, respect, speech. All those ones are, pointers. Clear benchmark to say yes. Because we listen, because we able to accept our brothers and sisters who were very hostile with us the other day.
Okay.
Today, institutions then don't come. We don't see the Human Rights Commission. A lot of other commissions have been set. Making sure that. So it is critical and also worth noting that if a next former president in K1 go simmer down, I'm not going to say tension, but the dissatisfaction within the minds of a lot of other people, say the way the man is being treated is not gentlemanly, it is unfair, and it is a political witch hunt. And at the end of the day, common sense don't prevail. Say, okay, let him come back and help in consolidating and advancing the peace that we are all yearning for as a people. So be it. And I want to tell kudos to the government, the presidents, the opposition, because even from the office of former president, himself, he make acknowledgement. He acknowledge all the sector players. You made, reference to ECOWAS, whether it was me not go say influence. If I say influence, it means we lost our sovereignty. Kind of sense, say we were coerced. I'm not going to call it influence. I go say they were our partners
now,
in making sure that we are where we are today.
Pewa, I make mention of concerns where people don't raise, say, the staging, the former president, in case them from court nomin say, then don't, acquit and discharge, or is it that the right word? They say this not go prevent the state for not for call up the case again, but they can call up the case whenever they want because they not use go through the right procedures where they for go through in terms of going to court again, acquit and discharge the case, and that time they
then we come back. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. That has been the concern over the past days regarding the statement or the words way the AG used inside the press statement regarding the issue.
So it means ambiguity there, and there is no clear, definite. It's still open-ended.
Yeah.
I started by saying that critics have the right to be critical, but what we should be disassociating ourselves from is pessimism. They take it to anywhere. I believe the government is serious, and I believe the government, whatever position it take, the overarching interest of that decision day, now how development and peace go come. I don't want to be pessimistic for Sidon. I say at the back of government in mind, it debates the former president for calm, and after a couple of time, they awake the issue again. Like they say, well, then can say case not they die, but there are cases when they say this one we don't knock them off from the books or before the courts. I think the government will be serious about it. Government is serious about it. Okay. Government not to something where, now like a social club, tomorrow in me, when I don't go, I don't feel good, I can't pass law, I pass, by law, take decision.
That mean say people will blind eye to waiting and feel say forbid the due process.
I don't have the legal authority for say, because I'm not a legal practitioner. I mean, I'm just a farmer coming from my cocoa farm. If I sit down now say, now this them for don't do, now this them for don't do, I'll be, making disservice or, to government. But what me believe rather, as a person, now the fact say, this decision that was taken or that is being taken by the government is for the interests of not only the former vice president, but for peace and Sierra Leone by extension. And I believe, government being serious about development, about peace, about sanctity, about all the betterment we all they ask God for, and we politicians them for, and for make sure this country go before. And they will not do it with any inimical intent or witch hunt or baits. You remember, I don't know if you read the former president in acknowledgement.
Yeah.
No, so?
Yeah.
Now, a man of high pedigree and standing, if he had noticed or sensed anything clandestine, I don't think safe for me. Because he tell the government thank you, and the people of Sierra Leone thank you. He said that one day. He did not say anything contrary for say, yes, you have said so, but I am not ready to come. I would rather prefer to stay here until the time when I will feel like returning back to Sierra Leone.
But it was too sudden for making put all those information in the
when
notice
I make us not for
out.
make room for pessimism. Let we give room for let be optimistic. You see sometimes then they give the person within Creole and they see the benefit of the doubts. Give the platform let play until he fall by your own weight. We are all Sierra Leoneans. And like I said, a lot of Sierra Leoneans, meaningful Sierra Leoneans, did welcome the pronouncement from the AG's office and by extension the government.
Okay.
I don't think they may have had anything, inimical or detrimental at the back of their mind say, Would they do this? Would they set it? No, I mean, I don't even want Sierra Leoneans to be going that route. But again, this is not a civilized world. Everybody gets the way I they perceive and conclude things, or I they look at things. But from my own perspective, I think, say, if the government of Sierra Leone and the first gentleman, His Excellency Dr. Bio, one piece for this country, and not think say will renege in responsibility in making sure that the safety, the security, and the happiness of the former vice president, you know, go trade them for nothing. You go make sure say ensure them, you go protect them going forward.
Okay, we move away from that topic there and look at another one. USAI, the All People's Congress Party, don't say again. Then don't reschedule the date for the constituency election. And this time around, because of the ECOWAS meetings and summits with the gone at the country, and they were advised by the Office of National Security for reschedule because of security reasons and the way the security sector them all focus on the ECOWAS program the way they happen. But this is not the first time, if I'm not mistaken. This is the fourth time where the APC done they reschedule them this particular election. One gets to do with issues where they may get with the PPRC so far, and other unforeseen circumstances like the death of the national chairman, where they may reschedule for burial and for make people mourn, and now again they don't reschedule because of the ECOWAS meeting them where the whole na the country. But in all of this, you think say this continuous reschedule of them this particular election go affect the party calendar or activities deadline because party them can get the calendar of activities for the year, like doing election and a lot of these things, and this reschedule will happen for over the months and on the reschedule. Do you think say it go affect the party calendar of activities?
Depending on who say you team up, now you go say it go affect them or it not go affect them. The first one, like you say, well, just like how you make reference in your intro, that the party been get a calendar of events, how they get for conduct from lower level on to national delegate conference, or the one and they been done on the calendar and they were working towards it. However, it's like when they make budget for something that you make provision for miscellaneous or how I can call them unforeseen circumstance like you make mention of. The first one, like you did say, I think members were dissatisfied about the conduct of those lower level thing, and they had to take the issue to PPRC, and PPRC either they injunct or then put a hold on the party for any further activities until they look into those complaints. But waiting, I think say a lot of members of the party they do good to the party. Now wait, then I don't know if they can don't exhaust internal, because there are internal election complaints, something within those parties. I don't know if they may not exhaust them before ever then they cascade onto to PPRC or not. But if at all they may don't take onto the internal elections complaint board or committee, I think say the party hierarchy been get a responsibility for ensure say then look into them dispassionately and dispense justice as and when necessary. However, failure to do so, if it be say the one that we take the complaints to PPRC not been done exhaust their internal set up, then I think say then they know they do well for the party and by extension its membership. That has a proclivity to adversely affect the operations towards. Is this going to be? I think the scheduled date for the national delegates conference is August. Am I correct?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So all these are antecedents. We know, and we are in July. I think August comes after July. Not so. So again, The passing of Paminkailu also creates, another impediment for the conduct of same. However, I think say PPRC, who happens to be the arbiter or regulator, I think say go give, it go show you human face in that direction for make sure say they adjust their calendar and they run the elections smoothly as and when. Sadly, again, those were unforeseen circumstances, like you were making or alluding to, that, yes, because of the summits, ECOWAS, they come, and don't forget Lunge that is going to host the conference, accommodate the guests, that international guests that will be coming. It's at the heart of Potloko, so to speak, and these are some of the, political regions or geographical regions that most of those elections are going to be held. Also, don't debar them for conduct the elections as stipulated by the calendar. However, I think, like I said, PPRC will have to, because this now is coming from the security architecture that, yes, we know say people then go over exuberance, say then party then candidate don't win or campaigning period. It also hinges on security. So PPRC, that happens to be the regulator that sees that each and every other political party follows their calendars of events judiciously. I think say then go give them a second chance. Okay. I hope and pray that after Sunday, I think everything will be over after Sunday. So I think say immediately after Sunday, the next weekend, then for go and conduct them, lower level or constituency or whatever election they might be, conducting, so that then go they at par, they not go miss that August, totally not go, impeded development in making sure that then get them flag bearer come 2020. 2028 August 2026.
Yes. Away from that, quickly before we calls, Pewa make a look at the ECOWAS 69th ordinary meeting. Then where they go on right now in the country, we go lead to the summit as you make mention of. We go up on Otloko district on Sunday. Now, a lot of side activities don't happen over the week. Usai, member states them, come together and invite people them, not in different governments them, for council them and deliberate on issues where, the region don't face over the years. And yesterday we see, the ECOWAS 69 ordinary meeting of ECOWAS ministers, meet yesterday, Usai, then discuss various things them as ministers of various states them under ECOWAS, and waiting and need for make the region move away from the issues we don't affect them so far. And all of those meetings, go lead to the summit where they happen on Sunday, as I make mention of. But an overview of all the activities or the meeting that will happen so far. Waiting now you take regarding some of the issues will be discussed so far.
Me firstly, ECOWAS. Beaucoup people go say ECOWAS not relevant. ECOWAS not relevant. ECOWAS is so relevant to Sierra Leone to the region that one cannot imagine a member would even bring the war to an end had it not been for the intervention of ECOWAS, both in Liberia, Sierra Leone, and lately I think we hear about was it Guinea-Bissau? So we then discuss ranges from economic integration, cross-border security, movement of goods and services, including its people, lifting of trade barriers, transportation that hinges on the economy as well, making sure that drug is put under control, having single currency as a region. How do we foster peace in the sub-region? How do we ensure that youth employment is addressed? How do we ensure that infrastructural development from roads to energy, all those are enhanced food security, agriculture, all those are, enhanced or achieved. Host of others, bilateral, in terms of mediation, constitution, people, tampers with their constitutions that at the end of the day, act like a conduit in those regions or countries for instability, overthrow, blah, blah, blah. The secession of the Sahel states, I think Mali, Burkina Faso, and Nigeria. All right, all the one then. I think they don't make significant discussions. On paper, we see on paper we are here now, yes. But how pragmatic, how readily they are in making sure that all those food, rosary discussions are translated on the ground. We want commoner go to Nigeria by land. They meet 101,000 checkpoints. If dollar in a yarn, you want to go do business.
Yeah.
If you not be careful, 1/4 of that dollar day, you could not spend on secure, to security personnel checkpoints. Traveling is so rigid. Hotel reservation, tickets. Land travel is so rigid, so difficult. The roads are not proper. They are not safe. Checkpoints. You talk of armed robbery. Talk of hackers. People are, telecom, communication. Then on one side, thanks to, the current NATCA DG, you don't make sure, say, yes, if you come here now, you go any other country. Now you regulatory framework with them don't make sure, say, the operators then don't, put in them portfolio. Can come here go Liberia, still they use the orange as the case may be. It is key, it is key. We want to tell NATCA and the leadership of NATCA, Boku, thank you for that. And the operators as well. The Ministry of Telecommunications. A very important for that we also understand, say, drug don't permeate the sub-region, which is very sad. And who are the victims? The youthful population, and then are the victims. They see somebody don't send him picking and school to university. At the end of the day, they don't become a drug addict. It's sad. We see them on a daily basis. If we are to draw the conversation narrower to Sierra Leone, where they work on the streets of Freetown and other urban areas, they so foot the way they see. In fact, if like the other day, I been go buy me cookery down, button one treats. Where the bubble pass, I Belfast streets. It is an eyesore. It's not correct. Dirty don't take Freetown. It's sad. So we are losing the human capital with the loss on a daily basis to drugs.
You think that those are the key issues where the region for sit and talk of, for see how they can find solution to those issues?
Yes, yes. Now we are talking about cross-border conflicts, drugs. In almost 10 Liberia, don't arrest drug na them border where somebody or people then they take them for going to Liberia. A lot. We don't. These are tangibles we want to see that the drug menace is being put under control. And this is the heart desire of many Sierra Leoneans, including we counterpart, or member states there. A key for that we control drugs, because the disadvantage of drugs is this. Now, few people they know more in the benefits, but the toll on the nation or the region is huge, very huge. It has a debilitating effect on young minds, a fearful. So ECOWAS as a region, where Sierra Leone don't benefit from, where Liberia don't benefit from, where other countries then don't benefit from, I think say a key when then they get them side meetings, when then they discuss them thing, then how best we will able, because one of the bottleneck in the administration of ECOWAS, now that of not being able to achieve the single currency as we speak. So the Nigerian go think and say in Naira value than the Frenchman, the Senegalese or the Ivorian go say and say in safer value. The Ghanaian go think and say in CD a value. The Gambian go think and say in Dalasi value. The Guinean go think and say in Guinean franc value.
And that proposal, it's not even mandatory. It depends if a country want for adhere to what ECOWAS wants for like the single currency.
No, now benchmark themselves. Now just like I not be no for you, but if you want to become a member of the European Union, then get benchmarking. There are a series of criteria set up. And I think say for in we on context, then say one criterion of that. So your economy, I think I'm losing my thought a bit on that. But your economy for that a certain threshold when I qualify you for, be adopted into the portfolio of having the single currency. Okay. So as we speak, I don't think say all the 16 West, are we 16 or 15? 16, eh?
Yeah, some are still,
Okay, let's say plus or minus, even when they don't come out the losses, you understand? So few countries they not able to achieve that one day yet. But I don't know if they go sit down as, experts for say, okay, if na Liberia, Salon, Guinea, Ivory Coast don't meet up, well, let them integrate, let them use one currency first. Whilst the others are getting prepared or, being able to adjust their economies and making sure that they are, at the end of the day, qualified to be part of the bloc, or the currency, so to speak. So these are some of the bottlenecks. So how they go sit down as a region for let them support the other member states that will not get that kind of economic clout aids for be part of the currency, which is very key to me. So I think in other areas then, but like I say, traveling, of course, language barrier. One thing, I remember I was listening to BBC the other day, and I heard one of the pundits say, he say, English na like international passports.
Okay.
When you sabi speak English, no sign other in the world we know the. So it doesn't matter whether you are a French or what. When you come on here, you gonna Ivory Coast. You must meet somebody who speak English fluently. All over Africa, you must meet somebody now. Any of them countries where they speak English fluently. So language not too much barrier. Now been tried when they say language na barrier. No, language not to barrier. In fact, AI don't make you can translate. Somebody can send text message. You can able to translate it into your language you don't understand. So language, yes, not that much of a barrier anymore compared to before. But what's a barrier now? The currencies, because you can't take your leons and go to Conakry and shop with that leons. You go for converter into Guinean franc or use dollar. Similarly, so all other countries. So if we address the issue of, differences in currency, and then also that of transportation, either air transportation, sea transportation, or land transportation, because it was ECOWAS was formed on the fundamentals of having free movement of its people and goods and services. So if we able to enhance them through them, believe you me, the sub-region go thrive. But what's important, security also. We are still grappling with banditry, terrorism, and what have you. So like I said, these are the major pointers. We still stifle all the efforts where experts then they put together for make sure the bloc become cohesive, but also not forget leaders of those countries, Ouattara, as we speak. Now, I doubt if not in fourth term they go so. Then they manipulate the constitutions. So it appears as if ECOWAS is now protecting its hierarchy. Now the one that within our power now they protect than the people. Because for me, I was saddened when I heard and saw Mamadou Doumbouya overthrowing a government, a legitimate sitting government. He was wearing a khaki, and at the end of the day, he took off the khaki and wore the civilian and whatnot. He stifled all other political opponents and make sure say not give them the platform for let themselves campaign and participate actively.
And at the end of the day, ECOWAS embrace.
So what that tells you, it tells you, it creates a psyche in many people say, oh, this now themselves then they protect. Once you don't reach there, then they protect you. And that is why the secession.
Okay.
Because I know I use the word hypocrisy, but the unfairness, how the ECOWAS they protect in your own, like quoting Julius Malema been they say, I have in the corner. It's a gentleman. I say the AU is a gentleman's club. It's not a gentleman's club. Then they protect themselves. So that is also telling on the credibility of the bloc. Say, but why are you protecting one person as against the majority? So but the real it is ECOWAS is relevant, but ECOWAS is gradually losing its viability. I think the need for work on her so that the next period, 10, 20 years now, it will be more powerful than that. If not, then we are settling for less.
Okay, we'll pick calls now inside the show, and it is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and we just don't review the biggest national stories of the week, and also I'll talk about the ECOWAS 69 ordinary meeting them where they go on now the country where they lead to the ECOWAS summit will go happen on Sunday, and also talk about the discontinuance of former President Ernest Bai Koroma entries in trial, and self-talk about the APC where don't reschedule the constituency election. 079994993 now the number for call inside the show and make a contribution regarding the issues where we don't discuss so far inside the second segment of the show. 079994993. Call and make a contribution so far. We get Daniel Pewa inside the studio where don't talk lengthily on all of these issues we make mention of so far. So while we wait for calls, we check quick on Facebook for see if we get Facebook comments regarding the issues so far. And it is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show. 079994993. Well, it seems as if we know they get calls inside the line, the jam also. But we'll take some comments on Facebook. Victor Fode say ECOWAS. He said the ECOWAS was all behind this issue by asking governments to drop all charges against ABK during his move to Nigeria for medical reasons. Okay, we get to first caller on the phone. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, your name outside the call from.
Yeah. Hello, Epic.
Go ahead. Your name outside the call from.
Oh, I name Senzo. I call from Bonds.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't listen carefully to very thoughtful comments and way Daniel makes, and that's pretty good. The situation there now is about what's they happen, the inequalities. Basically, we start with the mining communities, but then we are cut off from the processes. I mean, development has to go around, it has to be. But what we get on a penny for look development, I mean, it's massive development going around Freetown. But what about those many communities where the funds to come out? So do we have to, if people come, is it only Freetown or the environment where they go for development?
Okay.
That is the situation. For politicians, when people vote, they should see results. That is it. We will not do for kind of real-time mining communities, then please, no, not at all.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so far. 079-994-993. We'll pick more calls inside the show. It is a review of the biggest national stories of the week on the Epic Morning Show. 079-994-993. Call and make your contribution. So far, make we look for more comments on Facebook whilst we wait for more calls inside the show so far. Well, anyways, 07999949993. Call and make a contribution. But while to wait for calls, quickly, before wrap up, make we take, a report where Reginald Brian Ojikutusoya do, where he attend the 96th Ordinary Session of ECOWAS Council of Ministers. I've been to Mani Conference Center yesterday, outside the minister and senior official them from across Africa meet and discuss peace, security, economy, and integration and regional reforms.
Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, being host the 96th Ordinary Session of ECOWAS Council of Ministers na the Bintumani Conference Center na Aberdeen, Freetown. This meeting been get foreign ministers, senior ECOWAS officials, development partners, and diplomats from across West Africa. His Excellency Alhaji Musa Timothy Kaba, Chairman, ECOWAS Council of Ministers, and also the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Nasalone, note say, while ECOWAS does record significant achievements in promoting democracy and economic integration over the past 5 decades, the region continues to face serious challenges, which include terrorism, climate change, food security, youth unemployment, organized crime, and unconstitutional changes of government.
We must also candidly acknowledge the complex challenges our community faces. The uncontestable truth is that our region faces unprecedented challenges: a shifting geopolitical landscape, economic uncertainty, the impact of climate change, youth unemployment, gender inequality, food insecurity, terrorism and violent extremism, transnational organized crime, irregular migration, and constitutional disruptions. These challenges continue, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, to test our resilience and collective resolve.
He urged member states to work together for develop practical solutions that will improve the life of over 400 million West Africans.
Nevertheless, they should remind us that the strength of ECOWAS lies not only in its institutions, but also in the unity, solidarity, and political will of its members. They should also prompt us to renew our commitment to deepen regional integration and cooperation, as ECOWAS remains the most important platform for uniting to tackle these collective challenges. In light of these pressing issues, Excellencies, this meeting offers another opportunity to reaffirm our unwavering commitment to dialogue, consensus building, and regional cooperation. By upholding these enduring principles, we can continue to preserve peace, strengthen democratic governance, deepen economic integration, and improve the lives of our citizens who look to ECOWAS as a beacon of hope and opportunity. Distinguished, declare this meeting of the ECOWAS Council of Ministers officially open. I thank you. Merci beaucoup. Obrigado.
Also addressing the gathering, President of the ECOWAS Commission, Dr. Aliou Umar Toure, been tell thank you to the government and the people of Salone for hosting the meeting and describe the session as in final ordinary council meeting as president of the commission.
Honorable Ministers, this meeting holds special significance for me.
as it is the last ordinary session of the Council of Ministers that I have the privilege to address in my capacity as President of the ECOWAS Commission. Over the past 4 years, I've had the honor of working closely with this Council in advancing the vision and objectives of our community. Throughout this period, your wise counsel, commitment and steadfast support have enabled the Commission to discharge its responsibility in service of our member states and the people of West Africa.
Institutional reform, discuss regional security, economic integration, trade, agriculture, digital transformation, and other strategic issues also addressed in the gathering during the 2 days meeting. Ministers expected for review the state of the community, consider institutional reform, discuss regional security, economic integration, trade, agriculture, digital transformation, and other strategic issues before making recommendation to the ECOWAS authorities of head of state. For the Epic Morning Show from the Bintumani Conference Center, na Aberdeen Freetown, Reginald Brian Ojukutu Soya, the report.
Okay, welcome back from that report today. We wrap up the show anyways. We get technical issue with the phone line. Don't know why. We're not able to take calls inside the show. Pewa, sorry for wrapping up the show this morning.
So I don't agree. A lot of critics. They condemn, of course, having the infrastructure at Lunge, that it is not timely, this is not. But like I always say, freedom, development goes with a price. For far too long, I think it's Sierra Leone. I remember I traveled one time, when I talk to somebody, they ask me if Ghana come out or Nigeria. When I say Sierra Leone, it felt difficult for them know who say Sierra Leone. Me say felt difficult for actually, pinpoint who say Salon na Africa. The only thing we remember, but now the war and the Ebola, which was very sad. So I think this time around, Sierra Leone is opening. We open the gateway, because if you say here for be the destination for investment, then the infrastructure for the edifice of grandeur will get na Lunge as Mother Bio conference center. It's so magnificent that it will serve as an attraction, not only for this meeting or conference, but also for touristic purposes, for subsequent meetings, and at the same time, it will showcase and tell the international world, say, yes, we serve with the on the verge of moving from Musa, we've been the trade, for the at par with other civilized, developed nations. And waiting will make that one happen. Now we people then see the tangible. This is not supposed to be on paper, tangible, visible. People then they see them. And like I say, they come in the market because those, guests that are coming, not just presidents there or policemen or soldier man there. Investors are coming, other guests are coming, other people then they will don't hear about the potential with Sierra Leone gets, and then go on for leverage on that for make sure say then come and stay and do the investment we want. I remember Boko people they talk say Sierra Leone is still a virgin land in terms of development. Mining industries are setting up. What do we do as a people for make sure say even with timber, with minerals then within the exports now other countries, we're able to set up the kind of infrastructure now we're able to attract investment so that at the end of the day then we process then raw materials, be it agriculture, be it minerals, be it marine resources, all the one then they process then and at the end of the day it means having more employment, it means putting food on more tables, it means paying more taxes, it means engaging Sierra Leoneans productively other than be reliant on drugs, bikes, and other, where investment will not sustainable, because now with the CC they say car wash. Somebody go wash motor car 45, 50, 60 years. No. Somebody go ride bike 50, 60 years. No. But if you engage the man productively, you develop in mind when the president envision. At the end of the day, if you become a mechanic
that knowledge they pass on to other person because you know become expert. Okay. And you go set up an institutional organization where you say we employ other people where go contribute to nation development. So for us it is key having that edifice there. I mean people there for accommodator. Look now, look my sister. Now one great stadium we get. As something happen there so. Now Liberia will go for good play. No so or Guinea no so. Passed quite recently with the president SLFA president. A build stadium nabo where people then go there, they don't play, we don't play first international match day. So having just been to money, not enough. Let we spread, and when they say develop, let is spread the infrastructural development. Let we make sure say we attract people then from international scene. So at the end of the day, Sierra Leone go get the clouds and the investment destination, the touristic destination. And above all, in making sure that we engage more people in terms of employment and gainful employment, respectful employment going forward.
Thank you so much, Daniel Pewa, for joining the show this morning. And thanks to everybody who make the show possible. DJ Bujugiwi, technical support in the studio, Abubakar Bendu, and Suisi Semikunasu live on Facebook and YouTube. The producers of the show, Fatimata Lebi and Reginald Brian Ojokutu Soya, executive producer Teresa Thomas. Until next week, Monday, we will go join you again for the Epic Morning Show. Marion Precious, George, let's say, do have a beautiful weekend and tata.
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so refreshing.